Okay. Yeah, I forgot my PC restarted, so my capture card's not working. Give me a sec. All right. All right. Hey, what's up, bros? Oh man, always feels good. Always feels good once you finally get the headphones on and you're all ready to go. I gotta blow my nose. Oh, sorry, I didn't have my headphones on. I said I've also done a ton of dumb shit, so I can match your story once you tell it. Trust me, I've got plenty of stuff. I can just tell mine really quick. I'm putting I noticed that my mom would always put the car in reverse. So I decided one day, she had us in the car and the car was started, but it was in park. So I decided one day to give her a head start and put it in reverse myself. And I didn't realize that you have to have your foot on the brake, and we backed up into our pool and it exploded. So that was fun. I was like 6 when I did that too. I'd love to see how many times I've heard these songs on stream, if there are stats for that. It'd be really interesting to see.
A game of turning white to black, black to white.
Okay. I'm intrigued. I want to know what happens next for sure. We got to know. We got to find out now. Let me see. What do we got going on here? How old were you when this happened? Oh wow, that's really cool. Oh god. I can only imagine what he was thinking. Let's see what's on sale here. Oh, I always gotta check the wish list. You never know when your shit's on sale. Ooh, looks like nothing on my wish list. Okay. Yay, Gone Golfing is on sale. Wow, I already have more playtime in RE4 than 3. Yeah, that's like, honestly, that's some shit. Rose, that whole story is like a sitcom plot. Imagine that happening in a sitcom, and the dad's just like, holy shit, what's wrong with my kid? But they don't realize that it's just a... Did he find out later what was actually going on, or... Did he have to do some digging to find out what was actually going on and why you were doing that? Yeah. See, that's a harmless one, though. At least it didn't involve actual property damage like mine. We had this gigantic... It wasn't like your standard blow-up pool. It was like one of those actual hard plastic pools. You know, it wasn't like a blow-up or air-filled one. It actually was like a legitimate, very expensive pool you would buy. But it wasn't underground, you know? It wasn't a ground-in pool. And that's what I destroyed. I was like, I'll just give my mom a head start by putting the car in reverse already. That way, all she has to do is put it in drive. To be fair, it's actually good that the pool was where it was, though, because that certainly could have been a lot worse if it wasn't. Walking shitpost and disaster omens. Yeah. You know, I was talking about this with one of my coworkers here recently.
Winning games.
I was talking about this with one of my coworkers here recently. He has like 3 kids, and I was like, dude, I don't know how you do it nowadays. Like, because there's just so much unmitigated access to the internet and uncontrolled access to the internet. You know, I just am constantly concerned that shit's gonna happen. That you just... I just worry a lot because I know what kids can get access to on the internet, and I know that kids are smart and they know how to get around like parental limits on things, and kids are not dumb, that's for sure. They are very, very intelligent, and if they want, they will figure these things out. So, you know, just being a parent in this day and age, I feel like there's so much, like you have to pay 3 times as much attention as you normally would. Just because of the fact that, like, you don't know what's out there. You don't know what your kid might have access to that you may not even know. And he was like, yeah, the only thing I really let him access is Roblox, but he's like, you know, I do worry that they're online all the time. Like, you don't know what may happen, or maybe they're trying to hide stuff from you as a parent. Like, who knows? Yeah, yeah, exactly. No, I didn't think you were an actual psychopath and did that for no reason. But yeah, you know, it's just, it's tough. It's got to be very tough being a parent nowadays. There's just so much shit you got to look out for, man. So much shit. Fuck, I was gonna do something. Oh, yeah, yeah. And, you know, Bridget and I have had that conversation before where we're like, you know, do we really want to have kids? And we start to weigh the pros and cons. And I got to be honest, one of the biggest cons is just the way things are today and how, and I'm not complaining about having to be involved in my kids' lives. It's just that it feels like nowadays, especially, it's just way more difficult to really monitor what your kids are doing. I know it can be done, and I know that good parents do it, and it's not a problem, but you know, it's just why it's so fucking difficult sometimes to be on top of everything. Like, kids come up with new strategies to beat, you know, limitations that their parents come up with literally every day. I mean, they do, and that's just a fact. Little Stampy's running about. What's up, Faye? How you doing, sir? But yeah, wouldn't you agree though, Faye, that it feels like today it's harder than ever to, you know, really monitor what your kids are seeing and doing on the internet? Yeah, it just seems like, you know, there, like I'm not somebody who intends to become old in the sense of, you know, in the sense of being outdated on these types of things. Like I'm never really going to be too old with that type of stuff. Like I stay on top of the internet and I know how things work, but I feel like there is going to come a time where I can't do that anymore because, you know, I just get too busy or I'm just not interested in it anymore and my kids become super involved in it. I'd probably set up a DNS filter and then more. Yeah. I've also heard from some parents that they just outright do not give their kids any access to the internet unless it's completely monitored. I've heard about that as well. I mean, look at LeBron James. This dude is a multi-millionaire and he didn't let his kids have cell phones until they were 16 and 17. That's smart. Because he knows what they can get into. Anyways. Oh, I'll give a rundown of it. Yeah, so basically... Oh, let me blow my nose really quick. Okay, so basically Rose was saying when they were 6, they watched this documentary about a combat medic, and it was very graphic and bloody. And so they had this idea to perform surgery on a baby doll that they had with Linkin Park's first album playing, specifically the song One Step Closer. And their brother went into the kitchen to get paper towels for the blood, which was actually ink coming from markers. And the dad saw what looked like the brother covered in blood. So he goes into the room and sees Rose sitting there smiling with a cut open baby doll that looked like it was bleeding, one hand covered in the ink, and then One Step Closer playing. And he had the face of, holy shit, my kid's gonna be a serial killer. My man got his own nightmare fuel that day. I told my story as well. One of the dumbest things I ever did as a kid, at least younger than 10. I noticed, like, I would pay attention when my mom would put the car in reverse. And so one day I had the extremely bright idea to get in the car and give her a head start by putting it in reverse before she got in. Like, she jumped in the car, started the engine, and she went to go ask my dad something. And this was like probably 1990. No, it was either 1999 or 2000 that this happened. So the car was started. Me and my brother are in the car. She goes to ask my dad something. And I was like, hey, I'm just going to give her a head start by putting the car in reverse right now. And I didn't realize that you had to keep your foot on the brakes so the car would immediately start moving. And so we backed up into this admittedly really nice pool. It was an above ground pool. It wasn't like a blow up pool. That was one of the really nice, I forget what the material is, but you know what I mean. And yeah, I backed up into it and it literally exploded immediately. And like all the water leaked out and everything. And I remember just seeing my mom like sprinting toward, it was a Jimmy, a GMC Jimmy. I just remember seeing my mom like sprinting toward the SUV being like, what the fuck just happened? And I explained that to her as well. I was like, well, I was trying to give you a head start by putting it in reverse. I didn't realize that was going to happen. And then she was like, don't ever touch that again. She wasn't mad about the pool. She was just mad that we almost got seriously hurt. Because like if the pool wasn't there, we would have just continued going into like this woods area behind our house. And that would have been really bad. That could have caused some serious damage to the Jimmy, as it were. So yeah. Very fun. Oh yeah, it was in the South. So that was around the time that we had first moved to the South from Ohio. Yeah, it was stupid. It was just one of those things. You know, it was just one of those things you do as a kid. You don't know any better. But yeah, I grew up initially in Ohio, but I've been a Southern man ever since. You know, I'm thinking about just having Bridget buzz down my sides to a 1 every time I get a haircut, because I actually kind of like the way it looks with the hat. To have the sides really buzz down and keep the top long, you know? Yeah, 1 is good. It's very, very light. It's almost like peach fuzz. I was telling her it feels like it. It's weird. Because see, when I take it off, it doesn't look so good. In my opinion, at least. But it certainly looks better with the hat on. Like this. I mean, that's not horrible. But I would not keep that. I prefer wearing the hat until at least the sides grow out a little bit more. Appreciate that. But yeah, I really need a new hat, you guys. I gotta find a hat to replace this one. It's in rough shape. It's not like falling apart, but it's just in rough shape. It's getting hard to keep it clean. And it's not machine washable. It would be ruined, so I have to hand clean it. And it's probably just not a good idea for too many more months to be wearing this thing. So I'm gonna have to seriously shop around and find a good replacement. But it's very hard to find a replacement for this shape, apparently. Sucks, but that's just the reality. Yeah, I'll have to shop around. I might have to search the same merch website. I think it was called Merch Now. I don't even know if Merch Now still exists, I'll be honest. Oh, hat collection is very, very small. It's like this and then a company work hat that is horrible. And it's the same shape as that horrible Adidas snapback I bought a long time ago with the green undercap. Horrible, dude. Horrible. Let's see if Merch Now even still exists. Oh, it apparently does. Okay, cool. So I could search for hats on here and see. Shop. Accessories, I guess, is what it would be labeled under. Yeah. I think I actually already found one that would work. This right here. This would probably work. Because this shape doesn't look like the typical snapback. Yeah, you should make it a... I know there's a subreddit for stories like that. You should post it on there. The other thing I've played around with is the idea of wearing a beanie, but I don't know if I'd like to do that. It would probably get annoying wearing one all the time. Rose Anthologies. That's actually a sick name too, yeah. The Rose Anthologies. Part 1. If I could find a Census Fail hat, now that would be sick. I'd love Census Fail. Hey, what's up, Gavin? Let me just look black hat. That'd be a good way to start. Oh, okay, now it's giving me Black Sabbath shit. Yeah, what you up to tonight, Gavin? Relaxing? I feel that, dude. Yeah, I was very, very behind on sleep, so it was pretty tough for me to wake my fucking self up and get on here. Yeah, I think I actually found the exact shape. I think this is the exact shape of hat I'm wearing right now. I don't like this hat specifically. It's not bad, but I wouldn't want to wear something that says bold all the time. Oh, playing Kenshi. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the exact shape that I'm wearing. So you just got to go back to the same site that sells that hat. I always feel behind on sleep. Same. It is extremely difficult for me to feel caught up on sleep, like ever. Sleep is for like, yeah, I can sleep when I'm dead. Okay. Actually, though. Do I have sleep apnea? I did when I was younger. No, I had a surgery. I had a tonsil removal surgery that fixed it. But I did have sleep apnea when I was younger. I just struggle to sleep after the stream for some reason. I feel very wired after I stream, and it makes it tough for me to sleep right after. I don't know why, really. I think that's what I have, yeah. I think this is what I need. This is the exact hat that I need right here. Zero Skateboards hat. This is exactly what I need. It says army hat snapback, but this shape looks identical to the one that I wear all the time right here. Yeah, I think this is the exact hat that I need. I'll sleep for 12 hours and still be tired. Sleep apnea comes from many factors, though. Yeah, it's not just, you know, what I had. I just had, like, physically, when I would lay on my back, my tonsils were so enlarged, that's what I was told, that they were blocking my airway and my tongue would slide back. And they said that I went to this outpatient center for a sleep study, and they said that there was a time where I stopped breathing for 1 minute and 40 seconds. And they were basically about to, like, rush in and check and make sure that I was good, like I wasn't unconscious. And then I started breathing right as they were going to walk in the room, and that's when they realized, okay, this shit is serious. They were like, this is going to be a major problem if we don't get this taken care of. So yeah, that's when they were immediately like, yeah, get this looked at, like, get your tonsils removed now. As I stop breathing all the time, that's why I think I have it. It's possible, yeah. I would definitely get it checked out, dude, because that was the best decision I ever made. I kept telling, I was in 5th grade at the time. I kept telling my mom, like, oh, no problems, no problems. And then eventually I started falling asleep in class, and that's when my teacher first talked to my mom about it. Oh yeah, look at this. And yeah, man. What's up, by the way? Pyramid Head Charm, Lakeview Hotel tag, and room 312. Yeah, dude, I really like it. And it's better to use it this way than to beat it up using it as an actual keychain. What do you think about this hat, Panda, as a replacement for the one I'm wearing? This is the only hat that I would actually want to try to replace it. I think Army Hat is a more applicable description of what I'm actually wearing. You see the shape of it, it has actually a really long bill on it, just like this hat does. You can see it in this photo right here. This shape actually looks very, very similar to what I'm wearing. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna grab this one. A 5-panel hats, I think they're called. Yeah, I was just looking at a 5-panel hat for a band called Sleeping with Sirens. Oh, they also have a white version. That's cool. Authority Zero. Well, that's a band, Authority Zero, but yeah, I like this. I just wish I could find it on, like, Amazon, so it could be Prime eligible. It's weird shaped. What's the return policy? I'm not sure, actually, but let me check Amazon and see if they have it. Zero Skateboards hat. Amazon does have it, but it's weird. $5.99 delivery. Okay, so this gives me a good idea of the shape of it. This gives me a good idea of the shape of it. So if we were to match this up, that looks pretty similar in my mind. Like that actually looks very similar on the shape. My wife knows every return policy. Yeah, Bridget does too, I'm sure. She's very good at that. Me, not so much. Yeah, this one was labeled as a snapback when I bought it. I checked and it apparently was. A Thrasher hat would be good too to try out. Volcom would be good. There's a few different brands like Vans, Volcom. Fucking yeah, Thrasher would also be a good one. Let me see if Thrasher has one. Thrasher snapback. Oh man, now Thrasher stuff. You want to talk about overpriced apparel? Holy shit, dude. I just need a basic black hat with a white logo. That's all I need. But of course, that's very difficult to find. Like the basic logo of theirs is very, very hard to find for whatever reason. And I'm not sure why. Like it would either be this one. This wouldn't be bad. I don't even see the basic black with white. Like that would be it, but the hat needs to be black, not gray or whatever that is. Oh, that's weird. Corduroy? Ugh. Who TF is here, dude? Yeah, that's the closest to what I would actually be looking for, but I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't know why I'm even looking so much. It's gonna take a while to find one. Yeah, the Zero hat seems cooler to me too, and I actually do love Zero boards. I like Zero skateboards, so that's more applicable. Plus, hey, it's more applicable for my stream because I have a cat named Zero. I think about dumb shit like that. So I think we get the Zero hat and just rock it. And if it doesn't work, whatever. I'll try to bend it in a way that it does work at least somewhat for the stream. Let me see what the shipping is going to be on this. Probably like $10. Yeah, 9.7. So it would be $34. Oh my god, dude. $34 to get this fucking hat. Inflation is a bitch. That's about what I had to pay to get my work hat too, which is really weird because you would think, I mean, I work for this company. Why can't I just request them to send me a hat? But do I always keep the brim straight? Yeah, I never bend it. I don't like to bend it. This one is not entirely straight, but it's basically straight. It's just long. I like longer ones. I don't like those really short, stubby ones that snapbacks typically have. Because I'm not technically wearing it correctly. Like, it goes on the top of my head. Like, if I were wearing it correctly, it would be like this. You know? But I don't fucking like how that looks, so I put it, like, at the top, and then I just very slightly pull it down. And it's, for whatever reason, extremely hard to find a hat that matches this exact shape and look. I don't know why. Can't explain it. Anyways, what do we play tonight, you guys? What do we need to be up to? Could play any Resident Evil remake. Could play some Silent Hill. I'm fussy that way too. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of changing stuff that I like. If I like, you guys realize I've had basically the same look since I was like 19. You know, I'm 28 now. I haven't really changed a whole lot about my look because why would I? I like the way things look. I don't feel the need to change them, you know? I'm never going to be the type to like go to a barber and be like, yeah, just give me a haircut you think would look good. I'm always like, no, give me the exact same thing every single time. Because why would I change it? I don't feel the need to, like, who am I trying to impress? I'm not trying to impress anybody. I've heard people do that with tattoos as well, which, I mean, it's cool if you can trust your tattoo artist that much, but I'm never going to just go in and be like, yeah, just give me a tattoo you think would look cool and just pick a random spot, you know? Some people do that, but couldn't be me, unfortunately. The horror. Yeah, some people legit do that, and it turns out well. First of all, it's got to be a spot that's not visible in case things go wrong. Yeah, you come out with just a gigantic dick tattooed on your chest, a huge chest piece, Peenzors. Never. I don't have any tattoos either. I've thought about getting a tattoo that starts here and extends up to like the top of the back of my hand. I know this sounds really cringe, but I was thinking about a scorpion one time when I was younger, okay? I was thinking about a scorpion that starts here and then the tail like extends up to the top of my middle finger, back knuckle. Thank God that didn't happen. But yeah. I also like sleeves. I'd like to get a sleeve on either my left or right arm. But I don't know, dude. Again, tattoos are expensive, and it's like, what's the point, really? Giant Peenzor on the back, dude. Imagine. Don't blow my nose. I actually need to sneeze. Whew, that was a violent one. That was a violent sneeze. Dude, am I just the only one that's absolutely in love with these new screens that Mag made? I fucking love these things, dude. If I ever get a tattoo, I would have to be able to hide it when I dressed up. Yeah. They are amazing. Like, Mag is insanely talented. And she downplays it a lot, too. She gets all humble about it. Like, I just decided to make them. It's like, do you realize that these are, like, fucking top quality screens to use on a website like twitch.tv? Do you realize this? And hey, I've tried to pay her. I've made this point many times. Every time I try to pay her, she says no because she doesn't want it to feel like a job. But I've offered many, many, many times. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, she animates these too. Like this one has the fire particles going around. This one has also the same, and then it's got this torch in the top left. Yeah, she animates all these. She animated my old starting soon screen as well. The Resident Evil 7 VHS screen. I have a whole folder of screens that she's given me. I haven't used some of them in a while. And I gotta be careful because some of them have music. But yeah. Like she made this one for me. I used this one forever. She made a second version. This one. I only didn't use it because some people said the filter hurt their eyes. But yeah, I have like an entire folder of all kinds of different ones she's made. Here was one of my favorites. For the October Marathon last year, she made this one with the blood dripping. Oh yeah, you know we're coming back for the 3rd annual. Wait, is this the 4th annual? 20. Yeah, I did it in 2020, 21, and 22. Dude, this is the 4th annual Stamptober. Holy shit. I know, man. I cannot believe we're so close to that already. It's always the toughest month of the year, but also my favorite one by far. Because, like, when I finish streaming, we always cap it off with the Silent Hill 1 through 4 marathon stream. It lasts like 18 hours. When I cap off that final stream and I click start streaming, it just feels so amazing to know that we did it again, you know? God, it felt so good last year, especially. Like, I remember I ended the stream and I just sat back and I was like, I just streamed 30 straight days, 158 hours in October. And I just sat back and I thought to myself, it was all worth it. You know, it just felt so good. It's just, it's indescribable. It's like when you do a really difficult work project and you're done with all the planning, you're done with all the staging, and then you finally do it and it's over and it's in your rear view mirror and you're like, oh, that just feels so good. I'm so glad I got that done, you know? Not that streaming is like work or a chore. It just was awesome. Overall, it was just a great experience. And that remains the most I've ever streamed in 1 month, 157 hours, I believe. I don't think I've come close to that in a while. Here was another one she made. Oh. Yeah, here was another one she made. This one actually has my mic and mic arm on it. How cool is that? What makes me happy that seems small? Being pretty personal for a second, going to bed after the stream in the same bed as Bridget. That gives me a sense of security at the end of the day that I don't take for granted ever. You know, not having to end the stream and like go lay down by myself. Yeah, it's really nice. I don't take it for granted ever. What's up, Kendo? Because, like, you know, you guys know better than I do. I have nightmares constantly. I have, like, a very hard time sleeping, and a lot of that is due to the videos and games that I play and watch on here. I do it to myself. But I sometimes will just be laying in bed after the stream, and I'm just thinking to myself, God, it's so great that I don't have to deal with this by myself. You know, it's so great that I don't have to just sit here and be, like, thinking about all the fucked up videos I may have seen today, or games that I might have played that have me a little bit on edge. It's like I don't have to lay down by myself and you know, just deal with it in my own head. It's really nice. Sorry for that super personal answer, but you know, as soon as you typed the question, I already knew what the answer was going to be. Seeing artists improve, like artists you'll consider bad and you just watch them slowly grow and get better. No, we'll be playing a game today, Kendo. We're playing a game. We just got into a deeper conversation. But yeah. You know, you could call it whatever you want. You can call it whatever you want. Some people, I don't know. I don't think anybody would call me sexist for saying this, but one of my favorite things about Bridget is that she does bring me peace at the end of a stressful day. And I think, you know, for me personally, that's just always something I look for in a partner. Some people would probably call me, I don't know, misogynist or sexist and say that, oh, so that's all she's supposed to do is stay around the house. I mean, she works, so no, first of all, but why am I even talking about this? Nobody's said anything like that. Anyways, that's just something I look for in a partner. I don't know about anybody else, but that's me. But yeah, I agree with that, Rose. Like, I've seen that happen with YouTubers a lot. Like, I follow a few music reviewers or music reactors, like people that react to famous albums for the first time, and their formats slowly get more and more polished, you know? And I really like seeing that. To the point that, you know, they're gaining like 80, 90,000 subs, and then their format is really, really enjoyable. It's well edited, it's like narrated, and when they describe their reactions, they're you know, understanding new musical concepts that maybe they didn't understand before. It's awesome. So I can totally see why that would be very satisfying, even though other, you know, on the outside, people would, another wacky YouTube clip session. Oh, you mean like the Gordon Ramsay spaghetti? Well, me and Dr. Red were watching a few this morning and absolutely wheezing. Dr. Red said he almost died watching this one.
Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob! Shut up, Patrick! Shut the fuck up!
Why is it always... Why is it always the, like, 10-second YouTube clips that get me dying, dude? I don't know. I gotta turn my cold air on, by the way. It's fucking hot as shit in here. Like, we all know the SpongeBob clip, but when the other one comes in screaming his fucking lungs out and tells Patrick to shut the fuck up, it just caught me off guard. What am I just chatting about? Well, we just had a very deep and emotional answer to the question that Rose posed about what makes me happy that seems small, but unfortunately, now this conversation has gone off the rails. What's up, Brett, by the way? Anything that makes me laugh makes me happy. True, true. Oh yeah, you can't just drop that word, dude. Call me that one more time, see what happens. You said that to me in the street, it'd be over. What do we got here? Resident Evil 4, but it's the enemy's POV. It wouldn't be over, by the way.
M27.
Dude, holy shit, this animation is so good. He just needed to do the Bruce Lee nose wipe. Dude, for a channel this small, that was really well made. This is what happens when you don't invite Leon to bingo. The blonde American guy just slaughtered the entire village. No, I mean, like I said, it's fine, Rose. I don't mind what you guys talk about. I'm never gonna be a we found the body type streamer where I'm like, whoa, are you derailing my forced positivity stream? Whoa, 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 whoa. No, you guys talk about whatever you want to talk about. That's the point of the chat, is it not? I don't know if you've seen this, Rat. I'm pretty sure I did. I'll show you the keychain on here. Yeah, we finished Dino Crisis last night, and Salt had me fucking dying. I'm Only Salt is his name because he got fed up with the fucking cryptic puzzles in it. He was fed up with the cryptic puzzles, so he just started copying and pasting large chunks of the walkthrough from GameFAQs. And every time he would paste another one, it made me laugh even fucking harder. He did the chat version of just fucking mashing fast forward on the TiVo remote. He said, fuck this game and everybody that developed it and get him out of here. Salty Spittoon to MVP, hell yeah. I saw this fucking chat comment. They are miserable. There's a fucking, you probably remember this. There's a part where you have to move a shelf and you get an audio cue like some Simon Says shit, and you have to match the audio that you hear with the sound that numbers make on a code. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Who the hell came up with this? And don't even get me started on the DDK system. You come up on a locked door. What do you do in Resident Evil? You find the key. That's it. Oh, not in Dino Crisis. You have to find the input code and you have to find the other, like there's two codes. You need the input and the word code or whatever it happens to be. And then once you have both of them, you set the DDK and then you have to solve a fucking coded puzzle to figure out what the key word is to unlock the door. It's like, holy shit, dude. So 2 key items and solving a puzzle just to open every unlocked door in the game. I mean, I like the game and all. It felt like I had a huge stockpile of health and ammo by the end as well. Like I had 7 or 8 resuscitations. Yeah, it was like having 2-factor. But yeah, I had like 7 or 8 resuscitations by the end of the game, and it was really easy to keep mixing more of them. So like death was just a minor inconvenience, and it didn't even count any deaths by the end of the game because the resuscitation literally just reloads a file for free. Yeah, not a bad game, but in the lower tier of RE style stuff for me. Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of like an in-between game. You know how in the PS2 era they put out Zone of the Enders from Konami just to basically peddle the Metal Gear Solid 2 demo out to people? That's kind of what Dino Crisis was. It was just a side game that was probably made by the B team to promote Resident Evil 3 because it had a Resident Evil 3 demo with it. Dude, I got fucking lost in the hallways so many times because it just felt like every hallway was exactly the same. Every hallway had a vent. Every door looked the same. God, man. I want to play some games with shitty VAs today. Hey, look no further than the Puppet Combo games. I love the shit out of those games, but some of the acting in them is just hilariously bad. I absolutely love them, though. Gotta say. Illbleed? Oh, God. That is such a... Isn't that a Dreamcast game? Yeah, that's a Dreamcast game. Oh, I've seen you playing this. Wow, 6.7 out of 10 from IGN. Blue Stinger, I've seen you play that as well. That's from 99. Developed by Climax Graphics for the Dreamcast. Man, the Dreamcast was such a great system, dude. Blue Stinger straight up sucks. But I love Illbleed. Is that the one with the jump rope mini game that we saw you playing that one night in our Discord? Yeah, that one looked very cool. It looked really unique at the very least. Anyways, what do we play tonight, you guys? It's gonna be horror related, but what do we play? Carnival / amusement parks are pretty much a no-brainer for entertaining horror stuff. Yeah, you just drop characters into that setting and hijinks ensue, you know? You never know what's gonna happen. Oh yeah, I also wanted to talk about this. I was watching a streamer today, a very, very popular streamer. And he was playing something that wasn't Resident Evil 4 Remake. And so everybody was asking, like, bro, are you done playing RE4 Remake or what? And he goes, well, the hype has died down. So if you want to be a good streamer, you don't want to play games after the hype has died down. It's like, what the fuck are you on about, dude? The game's like barely a month old. It's like a month and a week and a half old. What are you on about? The hype has died. So you just admit that you only played it for money? I mean, I don't blame you for doing that, but it was just weird the way he phrased it. As if it's just a worthless game to him now because the hype has died. Portal 2. Now that's a classic that I never finished. I never had anybody to play it co-op with. I hear that Portal 2 is much better with a co-op partner than it is playing solo. That's the rumors. Okay. Now here's the game we need to be playing tonight. If you're wondering why this isn't installed, it's because this is literally on Twitch's banned games list. If you play this game on Twitch, they will deactivate your account straight up. It's on the same vein as games that have like terrorism in them. Or yeah, other violent, graphic, pornographic games. It's on the same list as them for some reason. Yeah, we finished Dino Crisis last night. But yeah, literally if you install this and play it, they will deactivate your account. Yeah. Do cucks not have it hard enough already? What else must we do to end their suffering, dude? We can't even play a game that depicts their daily activities. This is just a sad state of affairs. It really is. It really is just a sad state of affairs. Yeah, that was actually a redemption from Jordan, Dino Crisis was. And Kendo was also really excited to see it. Hearing J.K. Simmons on Portal. Oh, who did he play in that? Which character was he in that? See, I'm a new kid. Like the only J.K. Simmons thing I've seen that I actually really liked was the Whiplash movie, which was really good. Oh, the tycoon who made the Portal. Okay, okay. Yeah, and then of course Valve did their typical, you know, we don't know how to make another sequel after the first one. I mean, Left 4 Dead. I mean, they just released Counter-Strike 2 when technically Global Offensive should have been called that. Well, it's not officially released yet, but you get the idea. Like, it will be. Counter-Strike 2 is the largest technical leap forward in Counter-Strike's history, ensuring new features and updates for years to come. Meaning they're gonna keep supporting it until it's like literally on its deathbed in 2097. They'll still be supporting Counter-Strike 2. Never a sequel. He brings the voice energy Jonah Jameson like, yeah. J.K. Simmons in Portal is Hall of Fame stuff. Dude, wasn't there an... I feel like I remember some controversy about Destiny, where like the original guy that they hired to be like the navigating robot thing was so bad that they had to re-record it. Didn't involve that guy from Game of Thrones. Like Peter Dinklage, I think was his name. Peter Dinklage. Oh yeah, he was replaced by Nolan North as the Ghost. Destiny is replacing his voice with Nolan North, not because Bungie was dissatisfied, but because his acting commitments elsewhere made him less of it. Okay, I always thought this was I always thought it was because his performance was really bad. That was the rumor that got peddled around the time. Thankfully, that's not true, though. Dude, I never mind. I was gonna say something dumb and I stopped myself. Never mind. We're not going down that path. Oh yeah, Dr. Red finished his Resident Evil 4 playthrough. Man, that was honestly, guys, that was the greatest feeling to be able to give him that. Not that I know of, Panda. I just know that there's the Video Game Awards or whatever, which I hate watching. They're just called the Game Awards. I just hate watching it because it's kind of everything that I never wanted games to be, which is they desperately try to make it like a Hollywood red carpet event, and I really just dislike anything that tries to emulate Hollywood. So I really don't like the way the Game Awards is set up. The only thing I do like about it is the reveals for new stuff. That's like the only good thing about the Game Awards is when they reveal new stuff that's coming out. Just like the Streamer Awards. I hate the Streamer Awards for the exact same reason, because they're desperately trying to emulate the Oscar, Emmy, Golden Globe model of, oh, you get all these famous people on a red carpet, and then they come in and they give these emotional speeches about how hard they work to get here and stuff. It's like, that's cool and all, but I don't, that's just exactly what people were trying to get away from with streaming. That's why streaming took over legacy media. That's why YouTube is taking over legacy media. Because people don't give a shit about celebrities like they used to, you know? Getting accepted on protected cultural arts, however, can be a thing. A Hall of Fame might be hard. Yeah, I think it would be hard. I know that, isn't there a thing with like the Library of Congress that they do with movies? Like if a movie is considered culturally or historically relevant or something, they'll put it in the Library of Congress for preservation. Maybe they could start doing that with games or something, but that's probably like the highest honor that you could get. To my knowledge. I know that certain albums are in that too, like certain albums are in that. A first entry to Video Game Hall of Fame would be Pong or something like that. Yeah, probably. FF7. Yeah, I think it would be like the original Super Mario Brothers, of course, on NES, and you know, that'd probably be one of the first ones to go in, like the original Zelda, that type of stuff. The late 80s, early 90s classics would be the first ones to go in, but yeah. I gotta tell you guys, have you seen, I mean, I showed gameplay of Redfall. Oh my god, this fucking line in Redfall where the girl says, dead ass, was so bad. Paperboy 64, ET game would not be there? No. ET game would absolutely not be there. The moment Redfall broke Luke.
Monsters dead ass, as if that would
Oh
keep them
my
safe.
god!
And now they're
Listen to this. Listen.
we have cults now. I mean, I knew there were people acting strange all over town, but now they're sacrificing their neighbors to those monsters dead ass, as if that would
Oh
keep them
my
safe.
god!
And now they're dressing up and saying they worship the Hollow Man. This is getting so weird.
Oh my god. Dead ass.
Unironically using the term dead ass. I can't, dude. I can't. Unironically using the term dead ass. I'm amazed. Wow. Like, who writes this dialogue thinking that that's cool, thinking that that's fun? Because for us, we joke around that like dead ass is what like a cringe person like a
Yeah, that's a meme term. Like people say it as a meme. They don't say it unless it's ironic. But the fact that someone thought, let's be hip with the kids and put the word dead ass in this game and have her deliver it like that. Oh my god.
Aiden Ross is gonna say. Like, yeah, oh, dead ass, bro, whatever. Dead ass finna bussin', right?
Yeah.
We joke about it because nobody really talks that way because it's stupid. But she actually just said that without like it being comedic. She said it dead ass.
We have cults now.
Oh my god, this delivery, dude.
There were people acting acting strange all over town, but now they're sacrificing their neighbors to those monsters. Dead ass. We have
Dead ass. I need to get that as a fucking recorded sound on here. Or let somebody redeem it. I'm saying dead ass. Jesus Christ, man. It just it is, and you know, Forspoken was the same way. Did you guys see the Forspoken? I mean, I think we watched it on here, but look at how bad this fucking dialogue is in Forspoken as well. This is another hip with the kids type game that desperately wanted to be a video game version of a Marvel movie. Like that's exactly what they desperately wanted this game to be, but it failed miserably.
Better days.
Well, you're not going to find what you're looking for out here.
I know. I know. Great start.
And they want a laugh track. I need to get an actual laugh track, but that's what they wanted for that part right there.
Destruction and corruption are forms of creation in themselves.
Wow. You sound like a serial killer.
What?
Destruction and corruption are beautiful forms of creation in themselves.
I don't sound like that.
Oh
You
my
absolutely
god.
sound like that.
No, you absolutely sound like that. Yeah, see? Two can play at that game.
You fucking
Can't redeem the hydra. Oh, I got you tonight. Hey, don't worry about hydration tonight, medicine man. I got you. You want to see what I've got? I've got 3 liters of joy right here. Fuck yeah. 3 liters of Deer Park natural spring water, bitch. Let's go. Not you guys. None of you are bitches. I'm just talking about the general hypothetical bitch. I'm sorry, I don't actually drink water like that. Exactly, Panda. Yeah. I am a bitch. Thank you very much. What? Oh, I die. I mean, if you want to be a bitch, I'm not gonna dissuade you from being a bitch. I just didn't want to label anyone incorrectly. Yeah, the term is called Marvel style quips, basically, where every scene has to have awkward humor. Every scene has to have, of course they did, or every scene has to have, oh, he's right behind me, isn't he? And the rest of them are like, you know, just fucking benign, stupid, quippy shit like that. But yeah, the term Marvel style quip exists specifically because of Joss Whedon's Marvel writing.
Homer! Girl, come on, we gotta go! Gotta find Homer first. Gotta find Homer.
So this money is a big plot device, apparently. And she literally refuses to pick it up despite being right next to it until she rescues her fucking cat. So she refuses to pick this up while it's sitting right next to her. And then when you go rescue your cat, surprise, surprise, the fire overtakes this room and you can't come back in here to get it. Even if you want to try to pick it up, she outright refuses.
First. Gotta find Homer first. Gotta find Homer first. Gotta find Homer first. Gotta find Homer first.
So then you go get your fucking cat.
Come on, baby. Homer. Holy shit. Okay, we gotta get out of here now.
It's how Pixar movies created a formula for CGI movies. Yeah, speaking of Marvel, I watched Guardians of the Galaxy yesterday and saw the new Flash trailer. In GL, it looks good. Honestly, I was burnt out on superhero stuff in like 2010. I'm not going to lie. Like the Spider-Man movies and the other shit that had come out that tried to capitalize on that success. I was already sick of it by then. So by the time like all the fucking Avengers stuff started kicking into high gear and they started making all these phases for the Marvel movies, like that every phase has like 25 goddamn movies, like I was already burnt out. Like I didn't even care. There's literally not a single superhero movie you could release that I would even have a glimmer of a passing interest in. But I know there's still a lot of people that just get hyped up beyond belief and they just start lining up and just sprinting toward the theaters every time they announce a new Marvel movie. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not for me.
No, no, no!
This is the worst one. This is the worst line in the entire game. This right here, run, don't walk. I actually said that to Tusk the other day. Little inside joke there. Listen to this, rats. This is by far the worst voice acting in the entire game. This is the desperation to be known as a Marvel movie with this writing.
Did I just do that?
Well, definitely with my assistance.
I did not just do that.
We did.
I just moved shit with my mind.
Perhaps our connection has somehow awoken some abilities.
I just moved shit with my mind.
I just keep hearing I.
I just moved shit with my freaking mind! Yeah, okay, that is something I do now. I do magic, talk to sentient cuffs, kill jacked up beasts. You know what? I'll probably fly next.
No, you just
That fucking, yeah, that is something I do now. Oh my god, that is by far the worst. I don't even know where to begin to describe this dog shit.
being ridiculous.
Oh, that's too far. Good to know there's a line.
If you could just master these new abilities, with my help, of course.
Did you not just see me take out that gnarly beast? Oh, bring it, you mangled monsters.
Oh my god. And you know before this game came out, they were fucking high-fiving each other in the control room thinking, we just nailed it, dude. And they thought that these game journalism websites would be talking about the chemistry between the main character and her cufflink or whatever. Oh my god, get the fuck out of here. You know they thought they knocked that shit out of the park before the game came out, and people roasted the hell out of it, rightfully so. Marvel already made enough movies that it has now a barrier of entry. Yeah. The game's script and dialogue were written by a bunch of TikTokers and Marvel fans. True. This is what happens when Marvel humor gets billions. Others desperately try to replicate it. I'm expecting this game to have a guys, we've got company, or miss me when confronting a villain a second time. Right here. Guys, you're gonna want to see this. He's right behind me, isn't he? Wait, they fly now? They fly now. So that just happened. Yeah. The biggest problem through all this is that half of these lines easily could have worked if A, the two main characters weren't insufferable, B, her and her cuff guy had a meaningful relationship, and C, their relationship went through actual conflict. You know, like how you're supposed to write the central character relationship of your story. This game makes Elder Scrolls dialogue look like a masterpiece. Scripts like these are why ChatGPT isn't going to be a problem. It's all derivative anyway. Yeah. Like someone wouldn't just watch One Piece with 1,200 episodes. Yeah, that same streamer I was talking about, the hype has died for Resident Evil 4 Remake. Somebody started asking him, like, oh, would you ever watch One Piece? And he just straight up said no. He's like, I don't have 7 months to put aside to watch 1,200 episodes of One Piece just to get caught up. He's like, unless you started that shit years ago, you have to play so much catch up, it's not even worth it at this point. Unless you're insane like Dr. Red, and Dr. Red caught up in like 3 months. He told me literally all he did was read and watch One Piece in his spare time, and he caught up somehow. Well, I mean, isn't ChatGPT the source of the writer's strike that's going on with like NBC right now? Like they're basically trying to ensure that AI generated scripts are not allowed so that they don't lose their job security. And that seems to be the one area where NBC and other companies just won't back down. Like they seem to be very adamant that they want to use AI. They want to use AI to quote unquote assist their writers. Dr. Red is that fucking dude. My man went ham. By the way, check out these new screens, rats. I don't know if you saw these. Mac made this for the new starting screen. She made this as a be right back. And she made this as the stream ending. I had to mute the song. But yeah. Let me blow my nose really quick. I know. She keeps the production high. It certainly ain't me. It's all Meg. I can't even remember the last anime that Bridget and I sat down and watched. I think it would have been Attack on Titan season 1, but that was years ago. We both work full time, man. We just don't have time, really. I wish we did have time to sit down and watch like a long show together, but unfortunately we just don't. Like, we only get Tuesdays and Wednesdays off together, and where I'm streaming and she has her own stuff going on over on her PC, typically, like, we're in the same room, but we don't usually like sit on the couch and watch stuff together usually. Oh yeah, wasn't the Netflix Resident Evil show the one with Lance Reddick as, RIP by the way, the one with Lance Reddick as Wesker? Yeah. What even was his cause of death, dude? That seemed to just happen out of nowhere. Did they ever reveal that? Oh. Ischemic heart disease. And atherosclerotic coronary artery disease. Okay, so he had heart disease. Lance was the only good thing about the show. Yeah, I've heard that sentiment from a lot of people. That it was basically garbage outside of his performance. And I always ask myself, like, dude, why is it so difficult? Why is it so difficult for them to just make a show with Chris, with Jill, with the other Stars members, make a show about the first game, or make a movie that emulates the first game? Why is that so hard? Like, Welcome to Raccoon City tried, and amazingly, it's up for debate whether or not they failed. I think they tried and failed miserably to do that with RE2's story, but why has it never happened for 1? Why have we never got a movie about Resident Evil 0? Like, why do they have such an aversion to making movies directly based on the games? It's like they always try to go in some weird other direction that nobody wanted or asked for, you know? Like the fucking, like, perfect example is the fucking Alice storyline. Like, who wanted or gave a shit about Alice? Literally nobody wanted a story about her, but we got it anyway. I've never seen it, so to be fair, me saying that they failed miserably is a little bit unfair. I've never seen Welcome to Raccoon City. I've just heard that it's not very good. Yeah, we had that conversation. Because she's married to Paul Wes Anderson. Yeah. Mila Jovovich. I will never understand why they make movies. I don't understand why they make TV shows about video games either. Like, The Last of Us show is great that it's doing well. That's awesome. But what's the point? Like, they're not even comparable mediums. They are not comparable mediums. Like, what is the point? We talked about this in the Discord the other day. Malum was bringing up the point, and I was talking about this as well, that you don't need... The problem with trying to adapt something like Last of Us to a TV show is a lot of what fills out the space in The Last of Us is the gameplay, is the cover system, is the system with you and Ellie where you're meleeing enemies. Like, that fills out a lot of the empty space and just walking through environments, but you can't have that in a show. There's no such gameplay, so they have to fill those gaps with something else, and that almost always includes new characters, going insanely in-depth into backstories that nobody needed or wanted. You know, they have to fill in the gaps somewhere else, and it just doesn't work. Like, most of the time, it just straight up doesn't work. Like, I'm glad it's doing well. There's no reason why I think it should fail, but it just is bizarre to me that there's such a drive to want to try to adapt video games. Like, what even is the point? Outside of, like Kendo said, just doubling your money. It's like, well, Last of Us was a popular video game. Let's make it a popular show. Double that money, baby. Let's go. You know, you don't have to write. The writing's already done for you. You just have to make small little, you know, adaptive changes. You just have to make small changes to fill out screen time. That's all you have to do if you're making a TV show adaptation. And I always wonder too, like, if it's such a big deal to make a TV show or a movie out of video games, like, why? It just boggles my mind, dude. It's like, why are people not just playing the game? Like Danganronpa is a popular JRPG. They made an anime of it. And Persona 4 is a popular JRPG. They made an anime of it. And even there, I'm like, why would I watch the anime when I can just play the fucking game? The anime of each is like 26 episodes, so whether I sit down and watch 26 episodes of an anime or I sit down and play an equivalent amount of the game, like, the game is going to be such a better experience because I'm interacting with it. Like, why would I watch the show instead? It's just so weird. Even though the RE movies suck, they made a lot of money. Oh yeah, didn't they do super well in like China and Asian markets? I thought I remembered hearing that they like destroyed in China every time a new one came out. And that's why they were able to keep pumping them out like they did. Because there was a period of like 5 years where there was like a new Resident Evil movie every single year. Like, I lost track of the subtitles that they were doing. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. 2004, Resident Evil Apocalypse. 07, Extinction. 2010, Afterlife. 2012, Retribution. 2016, The Final Chapter. You gotta wipe the slate clean of received wisdom from forum nerds and watch the Anderson films again? Reading the wiki page. Well, I don't think they're bad. I just said, like, I just never understood this incessant focus on this Alice character. Like, every time I watch what I thought was a Resident Evil movie, I want to see STARS members. I want to see Wesker. I want to see, you know, Jill is in the second movie, but it's like, where are all these characters? I don't give a fuck about Alice. The box office far exceeds the budget. Yep, true. And anytime that happens, it's a formula for a franchise. If you have a formula that when the movie comes out, it essentially prints money, they're going to be pumping out sequels like there's no tomorrow. Plain and simple, that's what happened with Friday the 13th. They noticed that, holy shit, we can put out a Friday the 13th movie that's dog shit and it'll still make its money back. So they were like, why are we bothering like putting effort? Just pump a new one out every year. And that's where we got shit like Jason Takes New York and Jason X. Just like with Hellraiser. Hellraiser was the same deal. We can make a movie that just has Pinhead flailing around, or if Pinhead is part of the promotional material, it'll make its money back. So just keep putting those out over. There's like 9 Hellraiser movies, by the way, if you guys didn't know. Yeah, how many Godzilla movies? I don't even know, dude. That number must be astronomical at this point. And it must be an astronomical high number. There's a new Resident... Oh, yeah. I've seen that. It's like something Island. I forget what it was called, but they have made a few animated ones. Did I like the newest one? Which are you talking about? What's up, by the way, Cowardly? I'm big into aesthetics. I really like how the mod sword looks next to your red name. I don't know why, but I just love that. Oh, Death Island. Right. Yeah, they've made a few. Like Degeneration was one that Capcom made, and they made another one. Speaking of which, guys, we need to ramp up the watch parties again. We gotta get these watch parties going again. Oh, Hellraiser. I didn't watch the newest one, but I knew that there was one that had recently come out. We gotta watch these Resident Evil movies in the Discord. We gotta watch all kinds of stuff. Like, I'm paying for my Discord to be like a tier 3 boost or whatever it's called, where we have like the best video quality. So when I stream Blu-rays to you guys and we do watch parties, it looks the best it can. And we haven't used it in like 2 months or 3 months or something. Yeah, 38 Godzilla movies. Holy shit. What about this Silent Hill 2 movie though? What do you guys think this is going to be like? Is it actually going to be good, or is it just going to be more theorizing fodder nonsense? Now, here's an interesting thing. And Rats, if you're still here, I kind of wanted your take on this too. So Malum and I were talking in the Discord about the whole Ito kind of going in on the fan situation, where he made this kind of hilarious comparison right here, where he said, basically somebody responded to him and said, why are you so angry all the time? It feels like Eastern developers don't like their fans theorizing about things, but Western developers are fine with it. What's the point? What's the deal with that? And he said, I'm not familiar with Westerns, but the point is like reading comprehension skills. If you have a toast with lemon jam and your mother is seeing it, and then the mom says, you have a toast with honey, looks like delicious. Do you then say, yes, mom, this honey toast is delicious? You know, even though it's lemon jam. And we were talking about how Eastern developers, like a lot of the concepts that they talk about in their games have defined meanings and very specific meanings, whereas Western developers, they will tend to include things like spirituality as something that is open to interpretation and can mean whatever the hell you want. So when Western developers got their hands on Silent Hill, they made it a point, and they even said in like some of the pre-release interviews that they wanted to make sure that they supported, I mean, this is straight from Tom Hewlett's mouth. He said, we want to make sure we support all these things that the fans come up with. And it's like, that's just an exercise in futility. Like, you're not going to be able... Yui Bowl, famous for butchering video game movies. I feel like I've heard the name, and it lives in infamy for that reason. But yeah, it's like, it's just an exercise in futility. Like, how far are you going to go to support the most fringe theories you possibly can? And the way that they did it is just absurd. The way that they did it is they basically made it as open as possible, giving you zero answers about anything ever. And anytime a character asks a question, they're met with another question. So, like in Downpour, for example, anytime Murphy asks a question, like, what the hell is going on? Somebody just says, oh, Murphy, you still haven't figured it out, have you? That's what they'll do. And it's basically an attempt to say whatever you think is going on, you're actually right. And unless someone else joins the conversation, in which case they're also right. Because that's how good storytelling works. Nobody good ever cares about fans, TBH. True. They just put out a product, and whether it's good or bad, fuck it. Okay, so Yui Bowl has made a Blood Rain movie, a Postal movie. He's made 3 Blood Rain movies, an Alone in the Dark movie, and a Rampage movie. Yeah. Okay, well that makes sense. What the fuck? He made a Far Cry movie, House of the Dead, Rampage, Blood Rain, Postal. Wow, he has a movie called Blood Rain: The Third Reich. What the fuck? It got a 3 out of 10 on IMDb and 12% on Rotten Tomatoes. How the fuck did he even scrape together $10 million to make this tripe? The library of that dude, that's what I'm saying. Just like MGS4 with Nano Machines. Speaking of Alone in the Dark, they're remaking the... I heard about that. I'm actually really curious to play it. Blood Rain 2 was an awesome game. I played it on PS2. I liked it a lot. But yeah, that's the thing that we were talking about, is like, they desperately tried to make Silent Hill this as open as possible, this psychological horror that is just whatever you think Silent Hill is right, or if someone else joins the conversation, they're also right. Everybody's right. Trophies for participation, you know, all this other shit. Bull backed out on a boxing match with Sean Baby, one of the worst internet writers of all time, so he's irredeemable. Yeah. He pussed out, and there's no saving him, dude. But yeah. The first Silent Hill movie, yes, I feel like it's decent. I don't think it's a bad movie. If you know nothing about the games whatsoever, it's a bit misleading in some of the stuff that it does, but overall, it's not bad. I mean, at least the religious element of the cult in the town is still there, even though they're more like, you know, witch-burning Puritans instead of a demon-worshipping cult, but at least, you know, that religious element is still there. In the subsequent Silent Hill games that happened after 4, they just straight up tried to pretend that the cult never happened and that it's just all psychological. But yeah, And we were also talking about how Japanese Silent Hill is the psychological aspect is just a small byproduct of what the demon is doing to the town. Whereas, you know, in the Western games, it just is it's the reason for everything. It's all psychological. It's all in their head. But yeah. And I was saying, like, you know, it has in Japan, it has a lot of vague, disturbing imagery, but very little is actually shown in an attempt to let your mind wander. But Western Silent Hill is very keen on showing you graphic violence right in front of your face, like the butcher in Origins. Like, he just straight up skewers a fucking person. Like, a person's asking you for help, and he comes up and just fucking skewers them, impales them, and you see everything. It's like, this is just not... That's just not how it was ever designed to be. Like in Silent Hill 2, you never explicitly see Pyramid Head murder anybody. You see him, what appears to be stabbing Maria twice, but you never see, like, the blade go through her stomach and blood spurts everywhere. You never see it, you just hear it. It happens off screen. It's just a complete misinterpretation of the way that a type of game is meant to be presented, you know? And we've talked about these ad nauseum. We've talked about these things, but I just think it's funny now that Ito directly is involved in, like, responding to these people that keep spreading misinformation about Silent Hill, and he gets endlessly frustrated with the shit that they spew. Like the whole, oh my god, did you guys know that the snow is actually falling ash? Oh my god, did you know that? And he'll respond and just say just more misinformation. Like, why are you spreading misinformation? He's not wrong. It is indeed misinformation. He is fed up. He hates fans. Like, it got to the point, and I've talked about this before too, where somebody sent him this stupid theory. Like, the two things that he's gotten the most fed up with are, there was a hole here, it's gone now. Could the hole be referring to Mary's vagina and James's sexual frustration regarding it? And he just responded, I don't care. Somebody put that image and they said, Ito, what do you think about this? He goes, I don't care, period. And then the other one that very recently happened was, if you turn up the contrast in the intro of Silent Hill 2, it looks like James is looking at the player. Let me see if I can find it. Where's this photo at? Yeah, here's the photo. So if you turn up the contrast of the game, apparently it looks like James is looking at you. And people were like, oh my god, is this a hidden thing that's been happening? Oh my god, this is so meta. And then they reached out to him, like, what is this all about? And he just said, no, that's not the case at all. He's like, there's a reason why his eyes are shrouded. Like, he just was sick of people just purporting all these theories about his own work that are just false. A Reddit thread is claiming James Sunderland is looking directly at the player. Help me find if it's true. But yeah, this guy actually ended up fucking apologizing for this. Zombie Pizzas 1999. But yeah, he actually went on to apologize about this because people were straight up harassing Ito about it. Which is just incredible. What a day to just bother a guy about something he made 2 decades ago. It's like, dude, he's working on the remake now, but that doesn't mean he wants to constantly be pestered and asked about, yeah, like you said, something he worked on 2 fucking years ago. He's over it. The original game, he is over it. He doesn't want to talk about a job that he did 20 fucking years ago. Now 22, almost 22 fucking years ago. He's working on the remake, and most likely his input on it is pretty much done. Like they're just putting the finishing touches on it at this point. But come on, man. There's no fucking reason for this stuff. Well, I have to say, knock on wood, Spectrum has been doing really well the past couple nights. I have not really dropped any frames. But like I said, I gotta knock on wood because that could change at any point. Like, usually as soon as I start actually playing a game, that's when Spectrum decides to shit the bed. For whatever reason. I think honestly, the amount of over theorizing, even when it's not necessary at all, has actually made the Silent Hill community very insufferable over the years. No, I've never played Mega Man Legends. But yeah, I genuinely feel like the community is very insufferable at this point, especially Western fans. Like, they just don't put in the time to do any proper research to find out what's going on. They just come to their own conclusions, and you know, they just think that it's just some vague, it's just like a painting and everything is open for interpretation. It's like, I mean, there's room to theorize on anything, of course, and especially the hidden aspects of Silent Hill. There's a lot of room to theorize about what might have happened, like to the cult and all these different things, but not every single thing that happens is open for interpretation. There are very specific, real in the lore events that happened. And it's not just, oh, it's all in everybody's head. There's an ending of Silent Hill 1 where everything was in his head and he woke up in the car crash. But then in Silent Hill 3, the existence of Heather pretty much eliminates that as being a possibility. Like, Heather would not exist if it were not for the good plus ending of Silent Hill 1, which tells you that is the one true ending in that game. In every other ending, you never get Heather. The baby's never given to you. It can be fun at times, but borderline disrespectful. It just gets old. I mean, it's like, I mean, I've been around the Silent Hill community long enough to know that it's very insufferable sometimes with all the fan theories and people coming up with their own just mediocre as fuck fan fiction chapters and all this other stuff. I would love to make a screen about this. This was in the original Power Drill Massacre. I'd love to make a stream screen with this background right here. It's just so beautiful, man. What's BL? The amount of BL fanfiction I saw, I washed my eyes with holy water. With a holy water bottle. Oh, okay. No, I know what you mean. I was, you guys remember the DeviantArt days where DeviantArt was full of the really depraved fan fictions? Like, DeviantArt was host to such fucked up things as Sonic the Hedgehog fart fetish imagery. And I wish I were making that up. I mean, there was literally a community of people creating artwork around this shit. Like I said, I wish I were making it up. And then whenever the My Little Pony, the newest version, whatever it was, came around, like the one with Tara Strong and shit, that also started to overtake DeviantArt. So I don't know. I just feel like it's very there have been times where I just don't want to be a part of the Silent Hill community anymore. Sonic fart, human shit human. It's like, and I don't want to say that in a sense of like an elitist mentality, but I just don't like being a part of a community that does this shit sometimes. So sometimes I don't even claim that I'm like in the community. I'm just a fan of Silent Hill 1 through 4. That's all I am. I'm not a Silent Hill connoisseur, especially not of any game after 4. I just say that I'm a fan of Team Silence games. That's all I say. And that's what I say in my Twitch bio as well. I don't say that I'm a big fan of every Silent Hill game. I'm just a fan of Team Silence games, and that's the beginning and end of it. I like that. I swear, dude. The amount of depraved shit that used to be on that website was just unbelievable. I mean, you literally need fucking peroxide in your eyes to clean that shit out from all the stuff you would see. But you can bail whenever you want. Yeah, that's the thing. I just don't like to be... It's sad that we've come to a point that I don't like to be associated with the general fan base. I mean, if you were on the subreddit, which the subreddit is also a cesspool, just like the Silent Hill Wiki was for years. The Silent Hill Wiki was known as a really weird cesspool of just unnecessary theorizing and all kinds of shit. But on the Silent Hill subreddit now, it's even worse. Like, whenever the remakes got announced, if you were not 100% hyped and excited to the point that you were rocketing yourself out of your fucking apartment with the shit coming out of your ass, then you were just getting downvoted into oblivion. If you had any legitimate criticisms, or you were like, I don't know, I don't trust Konami, downvoted into oblivion. And people just saying, well, why, we're not going to get new stuff if you keep acting like this. It's like, what? So I'm just supposed to accept whatever tripe they shit out as long as it says Silent Hill on it? I'm just supposed to accept that? Fuck out of here with that. That mentality is so toxic. Oh yeah, there's tons of cesspool subreddits for sure. Let's look at top posts all time on the Silent Hill subreddit. I bet one of them is that turning the brightness up. Yeah, Silent Hill 2 coming exclusively to PS5 is the top post of all times. Of all time. Yeah, literally anybody that's even remotely criticizing the Silent Hill 2 remake or asking why they didn't do 1 instead is just getting downvoted into oblivion. I don't know, man. I browsed it for, I don't know, 30 seconds, and I realized my horrible mistake had been made and I couldn't take it back. I don't know, dude. It feels like we talk about this at least once a week, but what a fucking community this has turned into. And it's funny, too, for games that were essentially dead in the water and nothing new was being made from 2012 until literally just last year. It's funny how active the subreddit still is about the same bullshit that's been debunked over a decade ago, you know? The Silent Hills Have Eyes collab of the century. Hey, not terrible. Not a horrible idea at all. Silent Hill 2 had been done so many times, it's almost lost its meaning. The game was something I did enjoy because I did go through some stuff and the game hit close for me. Well, I have a pretty deep connection to the game because of my past as well. Not, you know, just like I've talked about before, like my family being super poor and the PS2 and my games that we already had being the only thing I really had to do in my spare time because we just had no money to really go and do anything. But yeah, I feel like sometimes when I play it now, it feels like it just feels like it's been overexplored to the point of absurdity. Like, people have hyper analyzed literally every last pixel of that game and uncovered just about everything there is to uncover as far as details. But that's why I appreciate the enhanced edition. I only ever come back, if you guys have noticed, I only ever come back to do a playthrough when there's a major enhanced edition update because it actually gives me something different to look at and experience. Like, when I do my next playthrough of Silent Hill 2, it's going to be on the 60 FPS update. It's going to be on the 60 FPS update because that's going to be something new. You know, something new that we can experience for the first time. But it's just all this fucking, you know, it just when I'm in like the middle of a playthrough, I don't like to start the game unless I intend on finishing it, but when I'm in like the middle of a playthrough, sometimes it can feel like a bit of a drag just because I've completed it so many times and on stream so many times that I have to like almost mentally psych myself out of that mentality and just do it, you know, just do it, keep talking about it, finish it, talk about interesting stuff because, you know, sometimes it just feels a bit overdone. I mean, there's fucking video essays about it on YouTube out the ass. Like, if you just search Silent Hill 2 video essay, you will find several of these, and one of them's an hour and 40 minutes fucking long. Look at this, dude. An hour and 40 minutes, 14 minutes, 30 minutes, 2 hours, 22 minutes, 23 minutes, 9 minutes, 15 minutes. Like, dude, there is so much. There's so many fucking video essays about this. What's up, Mac? RE video essays better. Video essays in general are fucking stupid. Most of the time. Here's how it works. Here's how video essays work every time. This game is really good. Now let's talk about why. And then you see like this rewind little intro. And then it all started in 1905. When the film industry was just getting off the ground. And you're like, whoa, 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 what? How did we just go 100 years ago? And then they just slowly but surely trudge their way all the way to modern times and get to the point that they were originally trying to make. It's just so overwritten. Like, so many of these are incredibly overwritten. That's why I like Nick Crowley. Gotta have that filler. Well, I mean, I've heard of filler, but these videos are fucking hours long sometimes, dude.
I don't know that there's a single character in video.
Good lord. Well, I think, and also the other thing that we're going to look out for, Rose, based on what you're saying, we're also going to look for, Bloober is really, really bad at handling mental illness, and they always go about this weird angle where to get closure, you have to forgive your abuser and all this other stuff. They always have that ending, and it is borderline offensive. Like, well, it's not borderline, it is offensive. And the lights look different. Yeah, I increased the brightness and made it slightly more green. But yeah. And this tweet right here pretty much just nails it. Exactly what I'm thinking about it too. That's why I actually hearted it. That's the first tweet I've ever actually done that in fucking years. People think Silent Hill 2 Remake can somehow revive a genre that not only doesn't need reviving, but would be done by Bloober, whose games are copy-paste walking sims with no mechanics, awful writing, no sense of nuance, and offensive depictions of mental illness. Incredible. And that's not just being cynical, that's just being realistic. College entrance essay and you submit a Silent Hill 2 essay. Dude, Tusk, when Tusk was in college, he told me about this really cringe one where a guy like referenced a show that was on Apple TV Plus, and just the way it was written was really bizarre and campy. If he were in here, I'd ask him about it, but I don't think he's here. I don't know, man. It's just the style of video essays just kill me, dude. It's like The Office decline of a sitcom, and it's like a fucking hour-long video about how The Office declined and how the characters weren't as in-depth and how the writing started to suffer. It's like, yeah, because that show way fucking overstayed its welcome, dude. That show went on for like 10 seasons when it should have only went on for 3 or 4. I personally didn't ever think that show was good, but yeah, I mean, it's very obvious that there's like a turning point around that sort of season 4-5 area where it just turned into dog shit and people just kept watching. Blore Bar needs to keep their sticky fingers away. Well, look, and we can go back to the same HD collection argument we've always made. There's always the originals to go back to, and that's great, but like, I hope that it doesn't come to that again, where we have to just, everybody has to go back and run to eBay and keep getting copies of, you know, the PS2 versions because the remake is so dog shit. I want it to be good, man. I really do. And I already know there's going to be things that I don't like about it. Like the dodge button. I'm not a fan of that, but it's not a huge deal. I mean, Harry Mason had a dodge button in the first game, and that was made by Team Silent. Nobody really cared about that. I mean, it's not super useful, but he has it. And it's like this weird little hop back that he does. Video essays, dude. How Sunny V2. So it's literally, this is so meta, dude. Here, it's so meta. How Sunny V2 ruined video essays. So now we have a video essay about how another YouTuber who makes video essays ruined video essays. Holy shit, dude. It's Sure. Sure is how you're supposed to pronounce it. Or Sure. I've heard it as Sure or Sure, but for people that actually work there, they usually say Sure. I'm thinking about changing. The one thing that I do want to change is I want to put the mic on this side of the table and have it booming out and sideways. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Just so it would be out of my way a little bit more. I want to have it doing this and sideways. Okay, well, I can just show it. I mean, I was watching the dude's video earlier, and he has it exactly like I was going to talk about. This dude. The way that he has his, I want to do it like this because it's out of your way. Like this right here. Have it coming in from the side and boom it sideways like this. You know, I think that's the better way to do it. just so it's out of the way. And I can still hang the keychain on there, but it would just be hanging up against the thing. The chamber back here. Anyways, I'm gonna keep it 100, you guys. I don't know what to play tonight. I kind of felt like booting up some RE3 Inferno just to play it and, you know, practice some stuff, but I'll be real. I'm having fun just talking. I like your setup better. Yeah, I think I gotta stop my grass is greener shit. Every single time I see somebody else's setup, I'm like, I want to copy that, but I gotta just stop with that bullshit and just keep what I'm doing. Oh, but you were asking what I changed, Mag. This right here. That's how I usually run it. That's what I changed for tonight. Just slightly brighter on the one side. I can also do this. Look at that. That completely changes the color, but then you start to see the lights flickering. I'm kind of glad we just talked instead of playing a game. Hey, it is fun sometimes, man. For sure. Portal 2 Purdy, please. I don't even know if I own Portal 2. If I play Portal 2, I need a co-op partner. Mag, would you be down? That game is super cheap. Yeah, as if anybody would be available at 11 p.m. to work on that type of stuff. I mean, Portal 2 is a first-party game. It's $10 right now, but I bet on G2A it's even cheaper. Let's see. Hey, appreciate you hanging out as always, Panda. Have a great rest of the night, sir. Portal 2 G2A. Yeah, you can get it for... Oh god, what the fuck? Oh, there's no key. It's $11. It's actually more expensive on G2A somehow. Literally, whenever a Steam sale happens, it goes down to like $3. It's so cheap. I need some different music tonight, though. I'm starting to feel the repetitiveness of these songs. Let's get some Resident Evil save themes going. Yeah, let's get this one going. There we go. Yeah, I can't believe we're on day 11 already. I think the next 3 days, and unless we get a redemption, I think the next 3 days I want to start the Silent Hill Marathon. Yeah, and we'll do an in-depth playthrough of 1 probably tonight, and then maybe 2 and 3 in one shot because Monday night I'm off. So maybe Monday night we'll do 2 and 3 in one shot, but we'll see. Yeah, well, I mean, we've all had our fun with insurance companies. They like to call things luxury that are anywhere near luxury. So, you gotta love that, you know. I've also been playing around with this idea of bringing back the podcast, but doing it as like a Q&A. You know how, and I hesitate to say that I was inspired by DSP, but DSP has a podcast called the Level 1 Podcast, where it basically is just a Q&A session that he does for an hour. Or just discussing different topics that he'll bring up, but then he does like Q&As about it. I was thinking about doing something like that. Like the first hour of the stream, we'll record an episode, stop recording when it's done, and then that can be uploaded. It'll be on the same channel as the Stream Archive channel, but just separate or split from the rest of the, you know, because I could easily record an hour of footage in 4K and call that the podcast for the day. And I do still want to run with that live from room 302 theme that we have going on. Actually, let me check something. I haven't turned on the chroma key since I've got this. Is this going to key out my... Okay, it doesn't key out the keychain. So that's good. I think we'd still be able to use this even with a chroma key on. I swear, this sounds like a Super Nintendo song. It sounds like aquatic ambience. Oh yeah, American Insurance especially is very fun. You know what? Let's just go to the Steam store and just search horror. What have we got going on in horror? Subnautica? How the fuck is Subnautica horror? I thought that was like a submarine game where you go underwater and like capture photos of fish. Yeah, it's like open world survival or something. How is that? I don't know. Let's make a horrible mistake and browse the Nexus mods page for RE4. Let's make a horrible mistake. But there's a reason why I'm not showing it. View all games. 2,192 games. Okay. It does have, yeah, creepy aquatic life, yeah. Okay, let's look at new. Mercenaries music pack. Replace all Mercenaries music with RE5 Mercenaries music. That's cool. Halo handgun with stock. Wolfsbane over hand cannon. Ashley sexy dress no panties. Okay. Ashley's Shermie suit. What the fuck, dude? Look at this. Yeah, get that first Ashley mod. Sexy Ashley no panties. Yeah, that would be a good one. Cops nude erect. Disables the spotlight attached to the camera. Oh, that's cool. That actually is pretty cool. Oh, that's Shermie, all right. What does this dress even look like? Is it just a black dress? Yeah. Okay, dude. And of course they have like 3 screenshots of you looking up her skirt. Constrictor Ada. Oh shit. This is actually really sick. Look. That actually is cool looking. That actually is not bad, dude. This is published in the last 24 hours. Let's go to popular. Popular all time. Fluffy mod manager and RE framework, obviously. Ashley bikini with topless add-on is the 3rd most popular one. Sexy demon and sexy goth. The sexy goth is the one you wanted me to download, right? Sick boy. I mean, you can see why this is not exactly one that I could run. I mean, her... Okay. I mean, her tits are actually covered, so there's that, but barely. They're like just enough so that they can say, oh, they're not completely exposed, but that's just it. Ada red leather bikini with breast and butt physics. Oh, sick or Distortion had this for a while. Distortion actually had this one for a while. But he had to disable it because his chat would just freak the fuck out every time she was on screen. Oh god, the French maid outfit, of course. Of course they would, dude. Of course they would. Tramp stamp Ashley. Dude, it's always funny browsing these, but at the same time. Wait. This one's actually not horrible. It does have the ponytail in a different face shape, it looks like. Oh, this is the Maria outfit. See, this is the Maria outfit in a different Ashley face shape, I think. That looks like a different face shape to me. But apparently the ponytail mod is in like the top 10 most popular for her, which I think is interesting. I agree, I think it's the better hair, but, you know, obviously we have some disagreements going on about that. And that is A-okay. Oh, this is media. I'm not looking for media, I'm looking for mods. More hot mods. Easier Del Lago. Harpoon damage ×2, optional ×100 for a one hit to skip the lake. Why would anybody download that? Who needs that? Item randomizer, that's cool. So they're already working on randomizers. We won't get mad about disagreements. We are on Twitter. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that here, but... Oh, this is cool. The assignment Ada outfit for Ashley. This is really cool, actually. That looks pretty sick, dude. That's some drip right there. Got the midriff. Garador nude and erect. What the fuck, dude? These just naked Jack Krauser flaccid and naked Jack Krauser erect. Like, why? Literally, why? Yeah, the glasses do look kind of weird, though. Doom guy. Halo Master Chief. Both those were for Leon. Drip jackets for Leon. Just some drippy Leon jackets. Ada backless red dress. Well, that's more similar to what she was wearing in the original game, but... Fucking Dr. Salvador nude erect. I swear to God, they just copy and paste that fucking body on everything. They did it with Chris in Village as well. But let's be honest, this is why PC will always be superior. Yeah, we're getting into the really weird shit now. Like where it's just little palette swaps and like Five Nights at fucking Freddy Fazbear, Leon S. Kennedy. Yeah, this is like some college project shit now. Pedro Pascal as Leon. I don't know, man. I think I've already got all the outfits I want. Truth be told. Yeah, I've basically got to the end. There really hasn't been a shit ton of stuff added. But they have mainly, you know, like I said, the stuff I've already got is mainly what I would want. There's not really much else going on that I would want. Why is the mod manager not opening? Oh, it's fucking really weird window size for some reason. Yeah, so these are the ones that I have right now. So we've got Ashley with the ponytail, which I much prefer. Ashley with the 2B colors. There's also Ashley Schoolgirl and the Game Over outfit jacketless version. We've got Leon Black Jacket enabled. That's honestly all I really need. The ponytail mod with that hair color, it's over. Very dripped out. I got the outfits I want, but not the ones I need. No, I think I do have the ones I need, dude. I need the ponytail. I'm not a fan of the bob, personally. I think the ponytail is a much better hairstyle for her. And I like that it's based on Claire's as well. What types of videos should we watch? You guys want to watch any To Catch a Predator? We can watch some uncut videos. Vidges. Stephen Buchanan. I like how Redfall Deadass is in my fucking search history now. I've permanently tainted that shit. Alright, we'll watch Stephen Buchanan uncut.
Stephen Buchanan could have been one of the most dangerous predators to surface in our investigation in Fairfield, Connecticut. We knew from our research before he arrived at our sting house that he had access to guns. We took precautions, but as you're about to see, Buchanan was cagey.
Maybe Out for Blood tonight. We should watch some Skeeter Gene. Not tonight, but we'll watch that soon.
I'm sorry, don't come any further, please. Alright. I'm just so freaked out about the whole gun thing after today.
I heard.
My cousin was in Newtown, and I'm just really scared. Can you just, like, prove to me right now that you don't have a gun?
How did he know? How does he not realize that based on these questions, this is a setup? This guy is such an idiot.
Turn around. It's not in your sweatshirt, you swear? Okay.
Huh.
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't want you to think I'm crazy.
No, I trust me, I understand.
Okay. Do you want to come in?
You want to go?
Can you just, like, come in and we can chat for a little bit? I feel really weird about just, like, piecing it out of here right now.
I can come right there and chat. I'm not coming in.
Yeah.
You know?
Sorry.
No, like, I mean, right here.
You don't want to come in?
No.
It's so great to be here.
Why?
I've never done this before.
Sure.
Makes me feel a little better.
Thank God they put subtitles.
Or anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell I'm nervous?
Oh, I'm nervous too.
You sure you don't want to come in? It's raining. I feel so bad.
It's alright.
What do you want to do?
I'll show you around Fairfield.
Just like...
Fairfield, Westport. You get some food if you want.
Like what?
I don't know, what do you like?
I don't know, I just ate not that long ago. I'm not like that hungry.
You want me to show you around?
I feel so weird about nothing. I'm sure you don't want to come in.
Not yet. I think we should just get to know each other and then we go from there. You know?
I remember the days where we used to joke anytime you weren't here, Faye, we joked that you were running your you were visiting the Chipotle that you owned, the franchise that you owned.
Just be driving around, you know?
It's up to you.
I don't think I can.
Like I said, I don't have nothing on me.
Yeah, I trust you.
You know? How about this?
Oh my god. You know what I could destroy right now though? A barbacoa burrito. Oh, fuck. Black beans, white rice, sour cream, shit ton of barbacoa, double wrapped. Oh my god. Stop it.
I have an umbrella. No, I'm serious. I have an umbrella, but I'll go for a walk.
But someone might see us though.
It's just a walk.
I mean, someone might be like watching us right now.
It's a walk. That's it. Up and down this lighted road.
But
That's
like,
Lighted
walking
road?
in the rain at night, people don't do that.
I saw like 10 people walking already.
Really?
One guy was running. It's not pouring out. It's like not even a drizzle. I'll show you the umbrella. It's a big ass golf
I
umbrella.
believe you have an umbrella, yeah.
That's it. You know, they say if you get used to each other, if you don't like it, you go home and I'll leave.
This guy is so fucking weird.
I have food, you can just hang out, and like watch a movie.
What about going to the movies?
No, like I'm pretty sure some of my friends are going tonight, and if we ran into them, that would be
Not
the
Fairfield.
worst thing. Where?
Trumbull?
I don't think so. I'd rather just stay here. I want to hang out with you, but like I'm just so scared.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
This is crazy. I've never done anything like this.
I understand.
What do you want to do?
Have you ever driven a car
Let's go, baby.
No.
What if I took you to an empty parking lot and tell you to drive?
Are you serious?
I'm serious. Would you like that?
I don't know.
You're
What if I crash your car though?
It's a parking lot. There's gonna be nothing there.
You don't know me. I'm pretty clumsy. It could
You know,
happen.
you're gonna put your trust in me and come with me. I want to put my trust in my car. And yeah.
What the
Alright?
full
I don't know.
It's up to you. Like,
I really don't think I can leave. I'm sorry. I feel so bad. I like came all the way over.
okay.
Stephen, I'm going to need to talk to you for a minute. Please come in. Come on in, please.
Dude, this guy had bad intentions. He just spent 5 straight minutes trying to convince a girl that he thought was 13 to get in his car with him and go to a different town. Oh yeah, just wait till you see what he had in his car, Rose. Talking about going to an empty parking lot and teaching her how to drive.
Why don't you take a seat right over there? Please take your hands out of your pockets. Right, sir. What was on the agenda tonight?
I was just gonna take her out and show her around.
Take her out and show her around where?
Fairfield.
Fairfield.
That's it.
And what exactly were you going to show her?
The beach, sites to go to, places to not go to, like Bridgeport, PT Barnum.
So you're the welcome wagon here in Fairfield. You're just going to do a favor for a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah, he was trying to say whatever the fuck he could to get her to leave the house, which is even creepier.
Well, what happened was,
Okay.
when my cousin came,
Right.
she did the same thing
When your cousin came, she did the same thing. What do you mean?
with this.
What she invited,
An older person.
an older
to show
person
her
came
around.
over and
Yeah.
showed your 13-year-old around town. And what happened in that case?
She got assaulted,
She got assaulted.
and I was in the army. And I don't like people doing that. I didn't want to make
So let me get this straight. You had a cousin who was 13 who moved to town here,
Stratford.
Stratford,
Yes.
right down the road.
Yes.
And she was contacted by an adult
Yes.
who picked her up and sexually assaulted her.
Not sexually assaulted her, but was holding hands and stuff like that, and she got scared.
And she told you about this.
Yes.
And you decided, because you're former military and still in the National Guard, right?
Yes.
That you were going to come over and show this 13-year-old girl around.
Oh my god, I've never made this connection. You know what's so fucked up about this being the first thing he talks about? What if he fantasized after he was told that? That's the most fucked up shit. So he had a girl cousin who told him that this thing happened, and he started to fantasize about it, and he's like, I want to be the guy in that situation. What the fuck? It sounds like it, based on the fact that that was the first thing he said, and he's here doing the exact same thing.
That you were going to come over and show this 13-year-old girl around so she'd be safe.
Yes.
And you want me to buy that?
I'm telling you the truth, sir.
Buchanan says he showed up because he had a 13-year-old girl cousin
True.
who was molested by a man she met online, and he didn't want the same thing to happen to our young decoy. But the logs of his chat tell a much different story.
And so what is all this talk back and forth between you and a girl you think is 13? You know you're going to shower with me Thursday night. What night is this?
That's so damning evidence that they're there the very night they talked about being there.
I'm going to pick you up and put you against the shower wall. Then I'm going to have you ride me, babe, as my hand grabs your ass and I blank your blanks. Did you send her any pictures of yourself? Then you talk about actually having sex with her and Skyping it to an ex-boyfriend. Now that doesn't exactly back up your story about being the protector of Fairfield County, Connecticut, does it? I'm listening.
No, sir.
But what am I to make of this?
There's a horrible lapse in judgment.
A horrible lapse in judgment. How old are you?
27.
27. And what do you do for a living?
I work for Cablevision.
Cablevision. And what do you do for Cablevision?
I'm a maintenance worker.
You're a maintenance worker. And what did you do in the national
It just drives me nuts the way his lips never touch. He's just always. You just hear him heavy breathing and his lips never touch. It's so weird.
I was a truck driver.
Truck driver. And you were in the military before that?
Yes.
Help me to understand what it was that really brought you here tonight. I mean, explain it to me.
I haven't been the same since I deployed to Iraq.
Here we go.
Right. It's tough stuff over there.
I haven't been the same.
Where were you in Iraq?
Mosul.
Mosul.
Camp Merez.
And you saw action.
Yes, sir.
How did that impact you?
Terribly.
Did you get help for it?
See, I love that Chris is not calling bullshit just yet, but he does eventually come around and say, look, it is hard when you see action. PTSD is a real thing, but I have a lot of trouble making the connection between that and what you're trying to do here tonight.
I tried, but with the VA situation, they just weren't helpful. And I thought I could just
write it out.
Roger.
Was it PTSD?
It's just, I don't know, I do have problems sleeping at night.
That's very common for returning vets. I get that.
I have problems sleeping at night. I have problems, waking up when I do go to sleep. And when I do sleep and I wake up in the middle of the night, I have problems going back to sleep.
Oh. Oh, God.
I try to talk to people about it, and they always just tell me, suck it up.
While Buchanan said that he suffered PTSD because of his service in Iraq, somehow he was able to hold down a job at a local cable company and even be on a list for employment as a police officer in Connecticut.
Listen, I've never been to war, so I can't pass judgment on PTSD or any long-lasting effect.
This is why Chris Hansen is the best to ever do this, because he doesn't berate them. He doesn't immediately jump to the, oh, you're just making an excuse. But he respectfully tells them, what you're telling me is not valid. This is not a valid excuse for what you're doing here tonight.
I've never been to war, so I can't pass judgment on PTSD or any long-lasting effects. I can't. But I still have a difficult time connecting that to trying to sexually solicit a 13-year-old girl.
I was never like this.
But what about the PTSD? I know people get depressed. I know people have drug and alcohol problems. You read about it all the time. You see it. But that doesn't mean it's okay for you to go try to solicit sex with a 13-year-old girl. You understand my logic
I completely
here.
understand. I completely understand.
Well, help me to make the link here.
Something just goes off inside of my head where I'm fine 1 second, and then this next second I'm having different thoughts and stuff like that.
Did you have these thoughts before you were in Iraq?
No. Never.
And how many times have you done this?
Honestly,
Honestly.
it's my first.
Your first time.
First time. Honestly.
The problem with that, Stephen, is that you surfaced talking in a very similar way to a girl named Brittany, posing as a 13-year-old. I have that chat too.
Yes, I understand.
So
Like I said,
you just lied to me.
No.
We have Bailey
No,
and
you
we have
said
Brittany. This is Bailey tonight.
This is my first time doing it on a chat site.
No, but I had you talking.
Yes, I understand. I'm saying all together. First time on a chat site like this.
So these two girls were the first time.
Right.
And you decided to come visit Bailey tonight. Why?
Yeah, somebody said in the comments that him continually saying Roger is just a pissant weak attempt at him trying to act like he's still stuck in his army version of himself. Like he's still trying to use army terminology when talking to Chris because he's trying to subtly convince Chris that the PTSD excuse is a valid one. It's so bullshit.
Did you bring condoms?
No, I did not.
But your intent seems pretty clear from this discussion you had.
Yes, but like then I told her afterwards, after I thought about it again, I told her we weren't gonna do nothing tonight.
You went from whisper to kick to your cell phone. That's a long time. A lot of effort.
Yes. But I did tell her that I had, after I was thinking, I had no intentions, just showing her around.
Showing her around. But that is not indicated in the text.
It should be.
Your intent is...
The way that he says it should be. Look at his face.
It should be.
Your intent is pretty clear.
Can I show you on...
I don't want you to reach in your pocket.
Can you reach him?
What pocket is it? Go ahead, pull it out.
And
good, please have some.
I said, let's just hang out later. No hooking up whatsoever.
I know, but you know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like somebody who's trying to create some kind of a plausible excuse.
Yeah, they had a person who did this in the Ohio investigation in like 2006, where he showed up with his extremely graphic ass chat log, ready to have sex with a 13-year-old. And then he brought this little letter. He brought a letter that he had in his car where he read it out, and it was like, I'm here to meet someone who I believe may possibly be underage. My intent is to mentor her. And, you know, just like really weird fucking excuses. Like, my intent is just to meet her, befriend her, and possibly mentor her. Bull fucking shit. He wrote that just to get himself out of a situation if he got arrested, which he did.
After all the other graphic conversations you had with her. And at the end of the day, you showed up. After circling the house,
I understand.
You circled the house, you pulled in the driveway, you pulled out. You wanted her to get in the car with you, not even having met. That's a little creepy, I gotta tell you, Steve.
I understand. And I did not bring any condoms with me.
Well, that doesn't mean anything, really, does it? What else did you bring?
Nothing.
Just yourself?
Yes.
While Buchanan told me he didn't bring condoms, police later found them in his car, along with a loaded handgun, duct tape, and a camera. Think about that.
You see how this looks, right?
Yes, I know.
A camera, duct tape, and a loaded handgun, and he's desperately trying to get this 13-year-old in his car to go to an empty parking lot. When she won't go to the movies, she won't go for a walk with him, he resorts to, hey, let's just go to an empty parking lot somewhere. Like, this dude had bad fucking intentions.
So what do you think should happen?
Bring me down to the police station.
Okay. Well, there's something else that you need to know. I'm Chris Hansen, and this is an investigation called Hansen versus Predator.
Yes, I understand.
Is there anything else you want people to know about your situation tonight?
Don't do what I did.
Don't do what I did. And you're going to try to get some help?
Yes.
And I have your word on that.
I'll shake your hand. Everything.
All right, Stephen, you're free to go. And I hope you get the help you need.
Sir.
Thank you very much.
He thinks he's not arrested.
Go ahead, grab your phone. go out that door right there.
Yeah, he thinks he's not under arrest and then he's gonna get off scot-free.
Police department or from police. Hands behind your back. What else do you have in your pocket?
Yeah, I would not shake his hand either.
Where's your car, Steve? Right up front? Up front? Kind of running? Okay, sit down and slide across the other seat. Passenger side.
Yeah, he left his car running too, by the way.
We're gonna talk. You're gonna explain some things to me and we'll get some information from you. We'll go step by step, okay? Okay? Can you hear me?
Jason's already here.
I do have my permit already.
You have your permit on?
Yes.
Is a weapon in the car?
Yes. It's in the,
Hey guys, where is it?
it's in the trunk in the AAA bag.
He's got his weapons are in the trunk.
Yep.
If you're gonna get bonded out,
He's the good cop. You'll hear the bad cop here soon.
I would imagine someone's gonna have to come down and help with that process, right? So there's gonna be someone you need to call to help do that. So you don't have to make a decision now, but just start thinking about it, okay? All right? All right? I'm almost there. Almost there. We're gonna get you. It's part of the deal, dude. We're gonna go out this door. We're gonna walk up this ramp. There's a detention area to the left. That's where we're gonna go, okay? All right, Steven, try to keep it together.
You may break him out, say anything of evidence, offense, or charges, and may remain silent. Anything you say or statements you make may be used against you.
Steve, I'd like to talk to you some more. But I'd like to do it upstairs. Just do me a favor and sign there.
Signs away his right.
You're waiving your rights and you're willing to speak to us about.
Worst thing you can possibly do, but I'm fine with them doing it because they're guilty as fuck. He immediately signs away his right to remain silent.
What happened tonight? When you say you were talking about doing things that took it to
Sexual.
to a different sexual thing.
Yes, sir.
So when you say sexual, just give me an idea of what some of those sexual things. What does that mean?
Oral sex.
Okay.
Penetration.
What kind of penetration?
Vaginal.
Oh,
and
dear God.
showering,
Okay.
You know, kissing and all that stuff.
All
Everything
that
that comes with kissing.
And you indicated that you want to do these things with her.
Yes, sir.
In the event that you got to see and meet her.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I was refusing to come into the house, and I had no problem talking to her with me being outside and her being inside.
Okay.
I had no problem with that.
Okay.
But I was refusing to come into the house.
You're nervous about going inside.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is that just because it was a house that you didn't know? You're worried about going?
Yes, sir.
Is it that simple? You were
Yes,
worried
sir.
about that? At the moment that you were taken into custody, you were very open and honest about letting us know that you had your gun in the car.
Yes, sir.
Why would you have brought that with you? Is that just
why?
I always carry it. I always carry it after, the Marines being shot and everything with ISIS and threats to military people and whatnot. So I always carry it.
What?
But I had it on me on my waist. I think you guys probably found the holster for it.
I feel like these people don't need any rights. Yeah. Well, thankfully, like 90% of them immediately sign their rights away and then incriminate themselves even harder in the interview.
And so I decided to just keep it in the car, not go up there, because I thought.
So you originally did have it on your waist?
Was the gun in the holster?
No, I had taken it out, and I had it was loaded. It was, cocked and ready. And so I had taken the mag out, uncocked it, put the bullet back in the mag, and just put the mag back in.
Oh, so.
And so it wasn't charged or cocked, and I just put it into the bag.
And where did you do that?
I was staying at the park, down the street.
Oh, right down the street.
Oh, down the street. Dude, you're admitting that you loaded your gun down the street. Why did you do that exactly?
Yes, I believe so, yes.
Okay. Is that when you had gotten out to walk up by the house? You did that?
In addition to the gun and the holster and the knife, there was also other things in the car that we found.
Like what?
Do you know what those things could be?
Yeah, great way of going about that question. He doesn't want to explain what those things are. He wants Steven to tell him what they are. So it proves that he knows that they were in the car and he admits to them.
In the box?
Yeah, we found condoms in the car. Yeah, that's part of what we found, yeah.
I think a box with like 2 extra rounds, because my clip only holds 9.
Okay.
Computer.
Okay, how about a camera?
Yes, I keep that in there.
If you were me sitting in this chair, knowing that you did eventually show up at this location in Fairfield that you talked about.
Yeah, he lied and said no condoms.
And you had talked about doing a variety of things with this person before meeting them.
Yes, sir.
And inside your car, in the same bag, we find the condoms, the gun, and a camera. And if you were sitting in my seat, if you were sitting in my seat, how would you? I mean, can you see how?
Yes, no. If I had put myself in your seat, I see how bad it looks for me, and I just imagine what you're thinking and about the type of person I am and everything like that, and whether or not, you know, the stuff that I'm telling you is true or stuff that I'm telling you is false. I completely understand how it works and everything.
I mean, I know this isn't an easy situation for you, and we're not trying to make it harder, you know. But at the end of the day, Steven,
I know I excuse my language, but I fucked up.
Yeah, well, that's part of it.
Excuse my language, but I fucked up. As if that's the worst thing you've done tonight.
Acknowledging that is a big step. 'Cause it's not easy to do. A lot of people will deny it to the very end, but that's not going to help.
No, I admitted it right from the very beginning that I fucked up, and
Buchanan served 3 years of a suspended 8-year sentence. He had to register as a sex offender for 10 years. As far as we know, he is not reoffended.
Honestly, he could have gotten a lot worse of a sentence. Dude, just by nature of the fact that he showed up with a gun, a loaded handgun, a camera, and duct tape, and he was desperate to get her to get in the car with him. Dude. They potentially saved that. They potentially saved a 13-year-old's life with this catch. I'm not even shitting you. Like, you can criticize Chris Hansen all you want for the business decisions he's made, but they potentially saved a life with this catch. This dude had bad fucking intentions. Let's do, we just watched Jesse Velez uncut, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's in trouble everywhere. Apparently, Chris called his house recently to try and follow up.
Hello there. How you been?
Hey, appreciate that, Lokier. We're watching To Catch a Predator right now, or Hansen versus Predator. We just couldn't decide on a game to play tonight, so we're watching some uncut Hansen versus Predator. Welcome on in, sir. Hope you had a good stream. Let me hit you with that shout out. What were you up to? Oh, playing oh, that is a great game. Star Wars Republic Commando. That's a fucking classic right there, dude.
Come in for a sec. It's a little cold out.
This fucking Jurassic Park t-shirt, dude.
How you doing? Good. Oh, it's chilly out. I know. Huh? How you doing today? My house is your house. Wanna come in? Come in.
Apparently, so the story behind this, apparently someone answered this once that was involved in the production. The story behind this is they were supposed to have a 19-year-old theater actor playing the part of the 13-year-old boy, but they couldn't find one, so they had to find like somebody really quick on the fly, and he was obviously way older than 13. Like, obviously. I mean, he looks like he's pushing 30. And so it's just absurd. It's just so hilarious that Jesse was still tricked into coming in based on this decoy that looks like he's almost 30.
So where'd you want to go? Want a water or something?
No, this is the first time I met somebody.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just kind of nervous.
Nervous? I know, I am too. You want a water? Anything?
Yeah, please. Where are your parents at?
He's just following his Peenzor. Oh, he sent him photos of it too.
They went away.
Currently thriving off my bloodlust for these fuckers. Seeing them get caught makes me so happy. Yeah, I mean, just remember, like, every catch they do, they potentially saved a kid. You know, from getting traumatized, or in Stephen Buchanan's case, probably fucking murdered.
What is it? Sorry? Yeah. Here you go.
So how old are you?
13.
You know, 13.
That's what they all say, you know? That's what they all say. So, where are we going?
I don't know, wherever you want to go to eat.
It's up to you.
Hungry?
13?
Yeah. Where do you want to go?
Doesn't matter to me.
I'm not really hungry. I just ate.
No.
No.
So you want to stay here?
No, not really.
You don't want to stay here? What do you want to do after? Want to hang out?
You know.
Netflix? Chill? Netflix
Yeah,
and chill?
I was watching Netflix when I was texting you.
Yeah, what show?
Huh? I watched like TV shows like House of Cards, stuff like that.
I haven't seen that. Is it pretty good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, we can Netflix and chill.
This is gonna be a weird question, but you have your ID on you.
I don't have my ID on me. Sorry, I'm only 13. My mom keeps that in her purse.
Who lives here?
Who lives here?
What the fuck?
Oh, I live here.
This is the worst one here. Listen to what he says.
Me, my mommy, and my daddy.
Oh my god. I wonder if he sits up at night wondering about that fucking line and the way he delivered it. Who lives here? Me, my mommy, and my daddy.
Oh, I live here. Me, my mommy, and my daddy.
It's a nice house.
Yeah, they work hard.
It looks like it.
Yeah. This, you want to come look at this? This right here. This is my dad made this.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. Pretty cool. Want to come look at it?
I'll take it too much. That's nice in there.
Hey, Jose, how are you? Oh, you take a seat right over there, please.
Jesus Christ, man. Oh my god.
Nothing.
Yeah. What was your plan today?
Nothing actually, just to hang out.
Just to hang out?
Yeah.
With a 13-year-old boy who you sent a picture of your private parts.
No, I didn't. I did?
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly fake. The look on his face is, where the fuck is Chris, dude? Get Chris in here, dude. I can't come up with any more fucking improv. I'm not even supposed to be here. Look at the way he walks off too on the right. Watch over here.
Sent a picture of your private parts.
Right here.
No, I didn't. I did?
Yes.
Ugh.
What was your plan?
You can see him walk off over here.
Actually, just to hang out.
Just to hang out.
Yeah.
With a 13-year-old.
Right here. He's like, Jesus, I'm out of here, dude. Oh, sorry.
A picture of your private parts.
No, I didn't. I did?
Yes.
Ugh.
It was
I
right.
didn't mean to do that.
Ooh, was right.
Yeah. I was
You've been
just
chatting with him on and off for weeks.
Yeah, I used to chat with random people on and off. I'd hang out with them. No, nothing's really sexual, to be honest.
Nothing sexual?
No.
What's this then?
Let me see. Oh my god, I did not know I even sent that. Ugh. Yeah, I did not know that.
Ooh, was right.
Yeah, usually when I send pictures, like I have a bunch of pictures of me.
Right.
So I must have hit that, but I didn't really know why.
So this was just one big mistake.
Yeah.
I must have hit that. Dude, if I ever... First of all, I don't even have any dick pics on my phone, but the fact that not only did he have it, but he claims that he accidentally sent that and didn't realize he sent it. Bullshit.
Pretty much. So I must have hit that, but I didn't really know why.
So this was just one big mistake.
Yeah, I pretty much, yeah.
So you had a picture of yourself out and about town.
Because usually
driving a car.
Yeah, like usually
and then the penis pic. Oh, by mistake I hit the penis pic.
Yeah, because I didn't even know, because I would even say like something afterwards, but I didn't even know I really sent that, to be honest. Usually I meet people, I hang out with them, nothing really sexual. You know, so I don't even put like sexual things on my, like I don't do none of that stuff. Like I don't say, oh yeah, let's meet up and have sex. I don't really do that. I like to meet different people, hang out with them.
What is Grindr for?
Honestly, I know it's for hookups. I really do know that, but I'm not all for that. I don't just meet people randomly and just start having sex with random people. That's not what I do. I know it sounds weird coming from myself, but it's not like that.
But isn't that what Grindr is for?
No, to me it's not. It depends on people use it for their aspects. Like I don't use it for any sexual like orientations or activity like that. I just meet people, eat movies, we'll go to the restaurant, hang out, eat. I just like to have company with me. I'm like kind of a, how you say, I never really had friends when I was younger.
Right.
So I like to hang out with people.
Here we go.
Get to know them a little bit. You know, that's about it. You know, I meet people from either 13, 17, 18, 30, even to their 40s, just to meet people and talk to them.
And how old are you?
I'm actually 27.
Yeah.
27.
Yes.
Talk about a whoopsie. Is sending a penis pic to a boy you think is 13. Now that's a whoopsie.
And what do you do for a living?
Me, I'm actually a manager for a restaurant.
Which restaurant?
Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's.
Yes.
And how's that going?
It's going good. I actually just started there about a couple weeks ago.
Right.
Yes.
But you see how this looks for you to come over and visit
I know,
that 13-year-old boy after you sent him a picture of your
Yeah, I
penis.
know, like, I didn't realize I sent that, and even when I came here...
How could you not realize it?
No, I understand where you're coming from, but even when I came, even when I parked there, I was just like, oh, this is. Even when I sat there, I was like, yeah, this is the first time I did like met someone at someone's house. I felt kind of nervous when coming to a house because you guys say it lets me at a public place, so it's more safer for me. That way, just in case I don't know the other person. But that's why even when I came, I actually turned and parked at that park for a while. I was just sitting. I was like, I should not be going to this person's house.
But you did it.
Yeah, I did.
Why did you do it then?
It's the first time for me. I never.
Of course it is.
You
It's
know, I
always
hear
a
that
first
all the
time.
Yeah.
It's my first time.
I'm sure. I'm
And
sure you
I
have.
doubt that all the people who tell me it's their first time are telling the truth.
This is honest to death.
So you're the first honest
This is-
guy I've ever
this-
found.
This is the first
Coming to
time.
visit a
Well, no,
13-year-old
well,
boy.
this is the first time I met a young person that age. It's the first time ever in history.
But what
ever.
could you possibly have in common at 27 with a 13-year-old stranger?
That's something I'll find out when we sit down and chat. To be honest, I mean, there's nothing sexual that's gonna happen anyway from the get.
It's also very incriminating that within like seconds of talking to Chris, he says the word sexual. Nothing sexual is gonna happen. Why was that like the first thing you defaulted to saying? What's up with that, dude? Yeah, he's disparaging the good Jurassic Park name. Steven Spielberg, if he were dead, would be rolling in his grave.
Something I'll find out when we sit down and chat. To be honest, I mean, there's nothing sexual that's gonna happen anyway from the get go.
After you sent him a penis
And I didn't realize I sent that. You can look at all my conversations. I did not realize I sent that kind of picture. I did not realize.
So today
that.
you just.
So say
one big misunderstanding.
Say, like for example, like say like I was gonna watch a movie with just like an ordinary conversation like como like friendly type thing. It wasn't gonna be anything sexual. Even when we were chatting, I never.
What the hell is he even saying? Well, like, what are you trying to say, dude?
One big misunderstanding.
Say, like for example, like say like I was gonna watch a movie with just like an ordinary conversation like como like friendly type thing. It wasn't gonna be anything sexual. Even when we were chatting, I never said, "Oh hey, do you want to have sex?" Because that's not the kind of person I am. I don't want to throw myself out there like that. That's not what I am.
But if you're his parents, are you going to be comfortable?
I have a 16-year-old friend. I do. Yes, I do.
That's a pretty big age gap.
It is. It is. But,
at this stage.
But you know what? But there's nothing wrong with that because to be honest, I have friends that are 16 to 30. We all hang out. There's no drugs involved. Obviously, I don't do any drugs. But we all
Again, incriminating himself by bringing up drugs for no reason. Dude, nobody was talking about drugs. You're the one that brought that up. What's that all about? Why did he just randomly bring up drugs? What the fuck? Absolutely bewildered.
16 to 30, we all hang out. There's no drugs involved. Obviously, I don't do any drugs. But we all just conversate.
Why did you bring drugs up?
People, it doesn't matter what age to me.
Hey, welcome back, Kendo.
Some look at it as more like a pedophile thing or something like that, but that's not what I am. I don't go around looking for 10-year-olds, 13-year-olds. No, that's not who I am. That's not exactly.
But you see how this looks.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. That's why I don't walk through that door.
A 27-year-old sends a penis picture to a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
And then comes over to just hang out.
Yeah, I know how it looks. And I wasn't even gonna walk. Something told me don't walk through that door. I swear something told me do not.
Well, why'd you do it then?
I don't know. I wasn't gonna walk through that door. I really wasn't. But I don't know. Even when I saw him, I looked down. I was like, this doesn't fit. I mean, I hang out with people outside of their home because I would.
Guys, I'm just lounging because these videos take me to my comfort zone. They really do. You sit back. I just like to sit back, pull the mic closer, and just sit back and watch these pedos get busted. I swear it's like there's no more comfortable, and especially being on stream watching this, there's just no more comfortable place to be in life, just something about it is just inherently something about it is just inherently so fucking satisfying. And Rose knows, you guys all know. I'm taking advantage of the headrest and shit. I'm adjusting it. We're getting comfortable, dude. Your Honor, there was a door in front of me my whole life. I've been opening doors. You would have done the same.
I don't want myself to be.
Well, he's so long-winded. Like as soon as Chris asks him a question, he just immediately starts spinning this crazy long yarn and just being super long-winded as fuck for no reason.
This doesn't.
Oh yeah, it definitely pisses me off too, Kendo, if that's what you mean by that. Unfortunately, those headphones are kind of out of date, Faye, but I'll put them on here soon. We'll wear them again. I kind of miss wearing the 990s every stream.
I mean, I hang out with people outside of their home because I wouldn't want myself to be in someone's home that I really don't know. I never meet someone at their home. That's why I felt weird.
So this is just one big misunderstanding.
This is the biggest.
The first time you've ever had
biggest
such
I ever
a
walked into someone's house, to be honest. Because at my house, I don't like people come to my house. Well, I can't because I have a big patio outside and I have my neighbors that come outside with me, so I would feel safe.
Why are you? He's just again going into this long ass, completely irrelevant spiel. There's no need to be that fucking long-winded. Yes or no answer.
because I'm not by myself with that person. So these people see me with this person. But me coming here, like I parked at that park right there.
Right.
I sat there for like 5 minutes, and I parked at the park because I was gonna make a U-turn just go because I don't like coming to people's houses. Because there was one time where one of our friends was to his friend's house, and you know it didn't really go as they were gonna say. You know, when he walked in, there was actually an ambush. It was two older guys and a woman. They beat him up. You know,
Adam Sandler multiverse.
Looking for
It was a setup.
Yeah, well, not like this. Like I guess they want to just beat somebody up. So that's why I don't come to people's houses. I'd rather meet at a sandwich shop, at a Starbucks, just so we can sit down.
This story that he tells, it sounds like another person that went to go meet a young boy that was underage, and he got beat up because somebody in the boy's family found out about it. That's what this story sounds like. He doesn't give specifics on age, but that's what it sounds like to me.
You know, when he walked in, there was actually an ambush. It was two older guys and a woman. They beat him up. You know, it was like people that they were looking for.
It was a setup.
Yeah, well, not like this. Like I guess they want to just beat somebody up. So that's why I don't come to people's houses. I'd rather meet at a sandwich shop, at a Starbucks, just so we can sit down, conversate. It's nothing really sexual or ordinary.
Do you live by yourself?
No, I live with my 3 dogs.
Three dogs?
Yeah, thanks, yeah.
Here in Fairfield?
Yeah, actually right up the road by Taco Loco.
By Taco Loco?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we've been running an investigation.
Okay.
Called Hansen versus Predator.
Okay.
And I'm Chris Hansen.
And you've walked into it.
And you've walked into it.
Okay.
So if there's anything else you want people to know.
I'll just see little kids. That's not who I am. That's not who I am. Honestly. That's not who I am. That's not me. Can you take the cameras off me, please?
I can't at this point. No.
Can I leave?
You can leave right out there.
Okay. This is very awkward and very embarrassing for me. I'll talk to you in private if you like.
I can't turn the cameras on.
Okay. I mean, I'll answer any questions for you, to be honest, because I'm not.
Well, you have.
This is not what it seems to be. This is not what it was going to be. So I want everyone to know that's actually seeing right now. It's not what it was. I'll have to hang out with somebody. Nothing sexual to that nature. It may seem to other people it was, but to me it's not.
Well, so to him it's not. So case closed. That settles that. Innocent. Let him go free. That mouth needs some loperamide. What's that?
If it was to that standard, I would have actually texted the guy, hey, let's meet and let's do this, let's do that. But it wasn't. I'm very, cordial with what I say. I'm very blunt. So nothing was sexual to that, nothing sexual to that nature. But to be honest, I can't remember my lesson right now. I'm not walking to my house.
And what?
I'm not walking to no one's house ever again. This is the first and last time we're doing that.
What's the lesson here, Jose?
The lesson here is.
I also love. Oh yeah. I just made the connection as you typed that. Also, I love that Chris has been mistakenly calling him Jose the entire time when his name is Jesse, and he just refuses to correct him because he's so freaked out.
Don't walk into no one's house that you don't know who actually even lives there. That's to be honest. Don't do the same thing to other people that you wouldn't want done to you. Would you
But
want
you did
someone?
it, though.
Yeah, because I walked to someone's house, but I never allowed people to come to my house. That's the thing. I never allowed. It's okay because I'm not even ashamed to do this. Don't let people walk into your house. Why would you go to theirs? Because you don't know what to expect to that nature. That's why when I came here, I was bored today. I didn't know what to do, so I figured hang out with some people.
How about watching football?
I'm not a sports person, believe it or not. Don't like
How
sports.
about watching Netflix?
I was. It was just today was just a day that just let's just go hang out tonight real quick. Just hang out.
Yeah, to get a fucking quickie. That's what you wanted.
Nothing sexual though. I'm not looking for that. I'm not.
But again, isn't that what Grindr was set up for?
It depends what people utilize Grindr for. Some people use it for dating, for hangouts, for chill. Other people use it for a sexual preference. That's not what I'm looking for. Even on my profile, it just said, "Hey, let's chat." I'm not looking for anything to that nature. It just says, "Let's chat." That's it.
Okay, fair enough, Jose. I appreciate
So it's fair enough. So everyone out there, that's not who I am. That's not who I am. Okay. So
I appreciate that.
You're welcome, Chris.
All right, Jose,
Thank you for this actual experience, actually, because it's pretty interesting, actually. I'm never ever doing this ever again. To walk to someone's house. So
I appreciate that.
Nothing bad out of this.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
He thinks he's free to go as well. He really thinks he talked his way out of it too. That's the beauty of Jesse Velez's catch is at the end, he's thanking Chris and he's all smiles. He genuinely believes that because he didn't get arrested here, he's not under arrest. And when the cops actually do go to arrest him, one of the first things you hear him say is, "Why am I under arrest?" Like, look at his face. He thinks he talked his way out of it. Genuinely.
Experience actually, because it's pretty interesting actually. I'm never ever doing this ever again. Talk to someone's house. So
I appreciate that.
nothing bad out of this.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you. I
Thanks for your
appreciate
time.
it. Thank you.
See, look at his smile. He thinks he's just free to
Right
go.
there, straight ahead. Over there.
Over the police department will explain everything to you right after she hands me your back. Give me your phone.
Hey, better that.
As long as you get your back, yeah?
Okay.
You have nothing in your pockets, do you?
No, just my keys.
Alright, very well.
Why am I under arrest?
We'll explain everything in a minute.
He may escape us, but not that declining hairline. True. I can't even just imagine what's going through his head right now.
Face forwards, eyes open.
Good. Good. Face the wall.
Hairline needs more look how harshly this guy's talking to him, which is hilarious. Face the wall.
Open.
Good. Good. Face the wall. There you go.
Jesse, what's your last name?
Velez.
You got through everything?
Yeah.
I know this is upsetting, and trust me, I'm not mean. You know, I'm not sitting here in judgment of you. I'm just trying to understand what happened today, and that's all. That's all we're trying to do.
Too.
Okay. You read everything thoroughly?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you tell me why you think you're here? Why you think this whole thing happened?
Because I was stupid enough to go on the app and chat with random people, and I met one of them, which unfortunately was underage. Nothing sexual is going to happen with any of them that I meet today, just hangouts or whatever. And unfortunately, I went to their house, which I shouldn't have.
Okay.
And I've never done that before. Usually I meet them at Starbucks, just so I feel safe at the same time. But this time I did it.
Okay.
2 years in prison out of a 5-year suspended sentence, and as far as we know, he has not reoffended. John Dupay is also one. We watched a little bit of this the other day, but we'll watch John Dupay. Wore a black top with orange trousers. You're under arrest by the fashion police. Yeah, before anything else has occurred, you're already under arrest for that. So everything else, you're just digging the hole even deeper, dude. Let's get that clear right off the bat. All right, here's one of my personal favorites, John Dupay from the Fairfield, Connecticut one. It gets no better than John Dupay. Here we go. Oh, that's what they always do, Rose. Every single conversation that they have with the decoy is always about how they could get caught and how their life could get ruined, with zero regard for the fact that a child's life could be permanently ruined. 40-year-old John Dupay showed up at our sting house looking to meet a 13-year-old named Bailey. Look at that fucking mugshot. Now that's a legendary mugshot right there. He actually just turned into a piss baby who was about to cry. He had lots of excuses, none of them good.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, boo. Where are you?
I'm outside. My sister just got back in the car.
Oh, okay. Just go through the back door so nobody sees you.
All right, I'm at the back door.
Just go in.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Boo? Hey. What'd you bring? What did you bring?
Presents.
What do you got?
Look how nervous she is, dude. I would be too. She is like trying to get away from him immediately.
Presents.
I hate the way he just keeps approaching her.
Show me.
Chips.
Fucking my man went to the gas station and spent $10 and he thinks he's fucking Don Juan. Look at his face.
What kind is it?
Oh my God, he went to the gas station with a $10 bill and he thinks he just smoothed his way into this here. Look at him, dude. Look at his fucking face when he's pulling out this fucking Snapple.
What kind is it?
Oh my god, look at his fucking face, dude. You can't make this shit up. Look at this.
What kind is it? Thank you. It's so nice to finally see you. This is crazy.
Are you nervous?
Oh my god. The fucking faces he was making during that are so hilarious, dude. I love Snapple and would be happy if my partner got me one, but wouldn't be considered smooth by any means. Yeah, he literally thinks that because he went to the fucking gas station and spent $10, he's in, dude. The Rizzler is here. Dumb mofo's too excited for what he's expecting. Yeah. Fucking piece of shit.
I'm really nervous.
Why?
I've never done this. Have you?
No.
Why did he, what? It looks like he put goddamn Crisco in his hair. What is going on here? What the hell did you do?
Why?
I've never done this. Have you?
No.
So what do you want to do?
A hug?
I don't know.
Hey, boo. You got a seat right around that store.
This is the best part of all the Fairfield ones, is that throughout the whole conversation, he asked the decoy to call him Boo, and here comes Chris. Hey, Boo. Listen.
Hey, boo. Hey. You got a seat right around that store.
Sorry, I know we got a video to get to, but holy shit, dude. This is literally the worst situation you could find yourself in, possibly in the world. And he just fucking stepped right in it. Well, hey, as long as they were sealed, I'd eat them. But who knows, with how fucking weird this guy is, he might have injected some shit into it.
There, front, please. No, right there. Please have a seat. Right there. Set the phone down, please. What is your plan here tonight?
Just hang out, watch football.
Hang out and watch football with whom?
With her.
Who's her?
With Bailey.
Bailey. And how did you meet Bailey exactly?
Through Whisper.
Whisper.
Hmm?
And do you know how old Bailey is?
She's 14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
She told you she's 13. Not that that matters.
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
30.
30. And why would you at 30 think it would be okay to hang out with a 13-year-old?
What is Whisper? I don't know. A bunch of the predators that were caught in this one were on the Whisper app. What is Whisper? I actually don't know. Is it an actual dating app, or is it just like Omegle where anonymous people talk to each other? I have no idea. I've never used it.
Girl home alone.
I mean, we just hit it off, friends.
You hit it off with a 13-year-old girl?
We were just talking.
Just talking? Well, now you're here. This is more than talk.
I know, we just came to hang out. You know, I
And
brought...
What, get a hug?
And watch football.
Watch football?
Yep.
Who's playing tonight?
Steelers and the Ravens. I had no intentions with nothing.
No intentions of...
Nope.
By predators for
John,
predators.
what do you do for a living?
I was working at UPS.
That's a Rose. Rose. Good one. That's a fucking good one right there. Who needs Whisper Pred? Probably on Roblox now. Yeah. Well, apparently on the update, he has been like basically in trouble with the law ever since this happened, and this was like 8 years ago now.
And did you walk here today, or?
No, my sister dropped me off.
You don't have a driver's license?
Yeah, I do.
No car?
No.
So what do you do at UPS?
I was a package handler.
Package handler. You're not there anymore.
No.
What do you do now?
Nothing.
Besides go online and try to talk to young girls.
I don't try to talk to. I just try to find a girl to talk to and hang out, whatever.
And how many times have you done this with?
Let's just try. I swear, I was just trying to see Lamar Jackson whip on the Steelers, dude. I had no intentions of nothing.
Somebody who's 13, 14 years old.
No.
Oh my god, my lungs aren't gonna make it. Oh, my lungs aren't gonna make it tonight, dude.
Never talked to another girl who said she was 13.
Nope.
Well, who's Brittany?
Who's Brittany?
That was the other girl you were talking
Oh my god.
When was this?
Oh.
to. Within the last few weeks?
And then maybe I do.
So you say
Oh
to
my
Bailey,
god. Holy shit.
whisper, that you're 30, how old are you?
Oh.
She says 13. You say, you're not 13 in that pic? Yes, I'll be 14 next month. That's pretty clear. You remember that, right?
Okay, I'm good.
And later you tell her, I would love to be the first guy to make you blank if you wanted me to, and I wanted to. Feel me inside you, baby. Has that line ever worked for you before?
No.
Then why do you do that now?
There was no.
Well, what am I to make of this?
There was no intentions made by it.
That shows clear intent. I want you to feel me inside you. What
Oh yeah, he's sweating profusely now.
do you mean by that exactly?
Look at it.
And then you talk about that you and a bunch of people snuck into a mansion and partied for days.
My favorite part is in the TV version of this, the cut version for TV. Chris goes, and then he starts to brag about his mad party skills. And that's when they get into this part.
Where was that mansion? A mansion and partied for days. Where was that mansion?
That was a while ago.
How long ago?
Maybe 8, 9 years ago.
Oh, so it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
This does not look very good for you, John. The chat, the appearance,
The Cheetos, the dark chocolate.
the Cheetos, the dark chocolate. Did you bring condoms with you? Not in your pockets?
Nope.
But you see how this looks.
Absolutely.
You're 30 years old. The girl you were talking to told you very clearly she was 13.
And I had no intentions just besides.
John, why don't you just tell me what you were really up to?
Just to hang out, get to know her,
Get to know her.
Yeah.
And if you were the parent of a 13-year-old girl, would you be comfortable with that?
Yeah, fucking book him immediately, dude.
It depends how if I'm a good person,
Yeah, but typically good people don't.
Well, that was part of like the grooming process, Rose. Like they try to talk like they think a 13-year-old would talk. And whenever they're confronted, they try to act like it was all just an honest mistake and it was all misunderstanding, and that's where that behavior comes from.
Meet strangers online, talk about sex, and then go over to visit, and within 3 minutes, ask for a hug.
All they did was just ask for, a hello hug. That was it.
With a 13-year-old girl. Walked right in the house.
Well, she told me to come in.
Does that make it right? Knowing that she's 13.
Oh, I wouldn't have never just walked in, without talking to her, without getting her okay.
Now, you talked about spending the night. Here, tonight.
Well,
yes or no?
It depended, if she had to wake up in the morning, if I was going to stay here.
Did she have to go to school?
She said she didn't have to go to school today.
Oh my god, the fact that they were even talking about her having to go to school. 13 is like a, 7th grader? 8th grader at the most? The fact that a 40-year-old guy is comfortable going over to a girl that young's house and talking about her not having to go into fucking school the next day.
You just spend the night and hang out with a 13-year-old girl. That's cool.
Well, I mean, I didn't plan on it.
You talked about it?
I mean, I was gonna leave after the football game.
Unless you spent the night.
No, I didn't plan on spending the night.
Well, you talked about having cannolis, a little dinner.
Yeah.
Sounds like you were gonna have a special little night with your 13-year-old date.
You know, just come over, have some cannolis, you know, some snacks, watch the football game.
Who's ringing you up?
My cousin.
Your cousin?
Yeah.
What does your cousin want? Does your cousin know that you're coming to visit a 13-year-old girl tonight?
No.
Your sister?
No, she knows that I was just coming to hang out with a girl.
So what would your sister think if she knew she was dropping you off at the home where a 13-year-old girl was alone? Think she'd be cool with that?
Good question.
I mean, she probably would say, you know, just don't do it, you know, don't do anything stupid, you know?
Don't do anything stupid.
Right.
It seems like you've already done that.
By just coming out,
Got
what I was
him.
doing was just coming here to watch the game.
Got him.
You tried to solicit a 13-year-old girl.
8th or freshman, yeah.
Using graphic sexual language. What do you think should happen to you?
Sir, I'm not like that and a bad guy. Trust me.
How does this look? How does that look? John, you tell me, how does it look? If you were me, what would you think?
That I honestly made a mistake.
That you made a mistake. Well, that's true. And how would you define that mistake?
Isn't 13 usually 7th grade? Yeah, I think it's like 7th or 8th usually. I'm not sure. But I know that typically 11 is 6th grade. Typically. So yeah, it's kind of there. It's like 7th, 8th freshman, that range is what it would be. No matter what, it's fucking weird.
Not to talk to girls like online.
Or try to come over and have sex with them.
I wasn't trying to come over and have sex with her.
John, you want me to read it again? I would love to be the first guy to make you blank if you wanted me to, and I want you to feel me inside you, baby. I mean, what do you mean by that? Sounds like sex to me.
I was just playing with her, seeing...
Just playing with her?
Not playing with her, but, you know, just seeing like where she was, you know, like...
She was 13.
I mean, I'd never had sex with her. I mean, I didn't plan on coming here to have sex with her.
Tonight, because I walked in.
And I didn't plan on it.
You didn't plan on it? Come on, you talked about it.
Like, that wasn't my intentions. I talked to her all day today about just coming over, watching the game, and just hanging out.
Salads.
About what?
You talked about salads.
About, like, food and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, about watching the game.
This is a whole different kind of food here that you're talking about. So what do you think should happen to you, John? You're in a bit of a fix here.
I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Well, there's something you need to know, and that is I'm Chris Hansen. And this is an investigation called Hansen versus Predator.
He bolts as soon as he
Sir,
sees cameras.
If you want to leave, you should go out that door right there.
No.
Please, don't move.
Just follow my commands. Do you have anything on you that's gonna hurt us? Yes, sir. Any weapons?
Look at the fucking shirt he was wearing in his interview too. Or his interrogation. Watch. Like, what the hell is this shirt, dude?
So, why do you think you're here?
Because I went to that house.
Yeah. And how did you learn about that house?
So fucking ugly. What is that?
And that girl,
Do you remember what the girl's name is?
Bailey.
Mm-hmm. And how were you talking to Bailey? Were you talking on the phone? Or
Both.
like actual voice-to-voice conversation?
Me too. I don't know why it always makes me hungry too. Listen how fucking scary this phone call was.
Hey, boo.
Hi, baby. What you doing?
What are you doing?
Nothing. What are you doing?
I'm just waiting for you.
Oh, all right, man.
Oh, dude, pot stickers. Fuck yeah.
Yep.
Got some Oreos on deck.
How did you first meet her?
On the internet?
What part of the internet? An application?
Mm-hmm.
What was the app?
Whisper.
And what about you wanting to feel, you want her to feel you inside her. I mean, I know what that means to me.
I know, I should never said no stupid shit like that.
And you're talking about wanting to make her come.
I know.
Jesus.
That was just all.
What did you think that, like, what is she supposed to read from that? Like,
Well, honestly, when I was talking to her, I was hoping that there was a chance that, that it was just, I don't even know why I said that to her.
yeah. Alright, let's stand up. I'm gonna stand up and turn around. Hands behind your back. I don't have my keys again.
Serving 3 years. Wow. He actually got a worse sentence than fucking Buchanan. Buchanan only served 2 years. Well, anyways, on that note, we've watched all the uncuts that existed from that investigation. So, guys, I'll be back tonight. Silent Hill 1, most likely. We're going to do Silent Hill 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to end the marathon off with either 4, or we might even do a bonus stream and do Homecoming as well. So let's see. But either way, I don't have a green screen set up. I promise I'll do something better, but we're going to break these chains over here and we're going to escape room 302 with the keys of liberation. Extremely evil looking keys, by the way. So yeah, check out this new screen made by Mag, and I hope you guys have a great rest of the night. Wait. No, let me change the music on this scene first. Oh shit, never mind, I can't. I don't actually have the file. I'm gonna go ahead and break those chains, even though this is a new 6 screen by Mag. We're gonna let Resting Comfortably play, and you guys have a great rest of the night. But I'll download the right song to use for this, okay? Goodbye.